and we're live. Hello everybody, welcome to Skipper's Scale Models live hangout broadcast. If you happen to pick this up, the link up by accident, welcome. If you came along here intentionally, intending to get drunk, or as you listen to us waffle on, carry on and do so. First of all, we have with us tonight, looking at my screen from the bottom, is the master of Gunpla himself, is model making guru Fox Wolf.
Hello, viewers in Not Radioland. Hello.
Hi, Fox. How are you this evening, and what have you been up to? We haven't seen much of you this week.
Say again?
We haven't seen much of you this week, so what have you been up to keep you quiet?
Not seen much of me now either. I've just been busy this last few weeks. I've been working on that little fellow, doing my Katria for my Patreon subscribers, so I'm trying to get him finished as quick as I can, and then I can dive into the E-Models tranny van, get me tranny on. I've got an urge for some tranny, so I'll wait, I'll rephrase that.
And also with us tonight is from a land down under, where men at work. Do you come from a land down under? Is Will. And how are you, Will?
Very good, thank you. Good morning to everybody. It's morning.
Yeah, it's morning. Yeah, we're all about to go.
Sunlight.
Making us all jealous. It's dark and dingy and wet outside, and you have sunlight and sand and barbecues and everything.
All the good stuff.
Right. Anyway, what I'm going to do, we seem to have a viewer that's joined us, so I'm going to go just dip across to my webpage, my Facebook page, Skipper's Scale Models, if you don't know what it is. I'm going to find it. I'll post it.
Hang on. I've got you talking and on my iPad. Hang on. I need to put you up for a second, otherwise we'll get you 4 times. Right. I need to figure out how to do this so I can be up to date.
I don't want to print that. Hang on. Cancel that.
How do I maximize this thing on iPad?
Right. Dear.
There we go.
Things are difficult. Well, people seem to be joining us and finding us by default, I think. But whoever you are, welcome. Come say hello in chat. It's just up there. If you can find the chat link.
Just so you know, Ted, the stream looks absolutely fine on
right
YouTube on my crappy iPad. I'm about 45 seconds, 2.5, 3 minutes out.
Right. Yeah. So right.
Working okay.
What I need to do is copy that. No, I don't. I just can't find it. We're just going to try and invite some more people across. The reason we're doing this tonight, folks, is because I'm just going to try it out so that when I do an E-Models live event, I can invite people along as special guests, such as Fox and Will, who are with us tonight. And we can have a little bit more fun and share some more ideas. So also, if you do have any questions tonight, just post them on the side.
Yeah, have we got anybody in chat? I don't think we have yet, have we?
Not yet.
I've just posted the link, so we should get some people turning up, hopefully. Have you posted it on yours as well?
I'm trying to. I'm trying to find it.
Joys of the internet.
Right, I found it, I think. Copy
right,
that.
They've just missed all the technical setups, so they're not missing much just yet.
Right.
I'll just wait till the chat's working. Hang on, where's me? Hang on. Sign into chat, what?
I want it paste. Paste. Found it. I've done it. I've actually pasted it to my page.
I'm not even signed into YouTube. Give me a second. Moron. I'm special. What can I say? So how are you doing, Will? Very quiet there, being all flightless and everything.
Oh, yeah, let you guys talk about the technical stuff while I just faff around cleaning up my bench.
It's all,
good.
All technical stuff. Where did I get that picture from? That's an old picture. Right.
I don't know the technical stuff. Straight over the head. Which is stupid because I have people at work ask me all this technical stuff about computers.
I think the one viewer we have is actually Fox watching himself, watching us, watching you.
Well, I've just realised I'm not even signed into Chrome on this crappy iPad, so.
We did have two viewers, and what we've chased one away.
Yay! Oh shit! What's my password?
Maybe he saw my bed here and thought, "Oh no, not watching that."
Why am I not? This is ridiculous. I'm hoping that's the right password, otherwise I'm a bit screwed.
We've now, yeah. Well, welcome to our second viewer of the evening. So that's a 100% improvement on what it was 5 minutes ago.
That might be me signing in. I'm not sure. I'm just kind of receiving all kinds of mails and stuff now because I'm trying to sign in, and God, I wish you'd do this in a sensible way.
I think we'll have to have somebody at the door examining ID just to make sure that all entrants are over 18.
Yeah.
And you can't bring your own alcohol. You can only buy what's here.
There's corkage charge.
Sign into. Why is it asking me to sign in when I'm already signed into Chrome? Sorry about this, guys. I'm just having right nightmares here at the moment.
No, this is what this test is all about.
Right, let me just shut Chrome down because this iPad is made of the rubbish.
Because it's made of iPad.
Well, it's an old iPad, which means it's
And it's
all
got
right
a
at doing
Samsung.
things. It's all right at doing things. It just does them with the slowness.
Because it's an Apple.
Right, how do I sign in on Chrome on the device? Settings. Signed in.
So no idea. It should. Yeah. Is it because you sign in on another?
No, it should. YouTube's owned by Google, so the fact I'm signed into Google Chrome means I should automatically be signed into YouTube, but it's just not saying I'm signed in, which is ass.
It seems to be fraught with problems this evening. Well, that's what this test is about.
Yeah.
The only thing that is wrong with Hangouts as opposed to a live stream is you can't have multiple cams. So I couldn't move across to the bench to do a demo.
Unless there's some way of doing it through OBS and then into this, but I don't see how you can do that.
I don't know because it just, excuse me, it just defaults straight to this, doesn't it?
Yeah. Maybe that will just break the internet. Why can I not sign into YouTube? This is ridiculous.
Cameraman. Let's get
I'm pleased we're not having bandwidth issues today.
Yeah.
For once.
Doing all right there.
Well, probably nobody else is up in New Zealand yet. Probably
Everyone's at the concert.
Yeah.
No, actually, there's a few events, sporting events on today, so everyone will be up over at those.
Ah, right. I don't do sport, so I wouldn't know what that's about.
I'm the same. I know how to spell it. That's about it.
Okay, it's saying I'm signed in, but I'm not actually signed in. Well, this is just arse, isn't it?
So what's in the boxes there, Will? What's on the bench?
Oh, I don't really like touching it too much. I have hand jams though. TIE Fighter.
TIE Fighter.
So that's just that color. That's just the one-shot primer, the black and the grey. I'm not going to color the grey at all. I'm going to leave it like that because it's come up really well. I'll grab the other part because I like the grey that it's come out as. So
is that the MiG one shot?
Yeah, the MiG one shot, which is what the UMP and the Steinor is. So, and I like that color grey, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to just doing the little exit panels and stuff. So I've been doing a bit on that. And,
same as that one there. That's the UMP version. So
that's a brilliant grey. So I was quite pleased with that when I primed it, and I was like, well, I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm going to leave it. So,
it's as hard as nails as well. So.
And then the other thing I've been doing is the snow speeder. So got some masking and stuff on it. And I'm quite pleased with that masking.
I like
really well.
I like the whole red colour on that.
Yeah. So, and then I've realised that I've got to go back and touch up half of the base coat. So I was all ready to clear coat it, and now I've got to go back and do other stuff. So yeah, no.
I saw you work on the chipping. Excellent, spot on that. You got it.
Yeah. So I'm quite pleased with that. I'm just using the old the old scour pad and just rip bits of that off and use that, and that seemed to work all right for me at least. And
What?
so I got to get one of those tiny little brushes like what you guys have got, and then give that a shot again, because the ones I got are a bit big, really.
Yeah, I use the tiny brush, smallest one I've got, triple O, I think, and just it's a tedious process, but it seems to work. Just start off with a small dot and make the small dot a bigger dot.
I don't know what this is, but I mean that's pretty. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty big head.
Yeah, that's all.
brush
I
anyways.
wouldn't use anything bigger than that. That's
Yeah. The brushes I got, they're not proper, like decent brushes. They're a bit budgety. But I've seen Mr. Fox's Artificer. I've seen that on one of our online stores. So I'm going to grab me one of those, I think.
I like a nice artifice.
Yeah. Love your artificing.
the Artificer. No, I've got Citadel, Army Painter, and a few others just from the hobby store. It's fine. I got these today. I got a delivery from eModels this morning, and I got some Starship. That's not Miss Starship.
Steady.
I got Starship Filth oil brusher.
Oh yeah, I got some of those.
Yeah, not seen it before.
So I can get them as well now.
Yeah, I don't know whether to put them on with the.
Yes, I got some of those.
I got it on. Got it on there now.
I've not tried them yet. I got myself some Starship Filth OBS.
Yeah.
I got some Field Green and some Olive Green. You can tell these are for the Zaku. And I got some, what colour's that? Why did they always print the colour just where the opposite side of where you're looking? Rust and dark green. So I've not tried them yet.
Yeah, well, I got them mainly for weathering a submarine. I got a load of stuff today. And it all came because I've been waiting ages for it. Just to finally get round to ordering it, and then it coming through the post, etc., things like that. So I've actually got some paint on the submarine. Whoa!
Woo! Submarine!
Submarine. Torpedo tubes, all the tubes.
Ooh, like tubes. Tubes are cool.
Tubes.
Right, I don't seem to be able to sign in on YouTube, so I'm just going to have to be in the comments as anonymous user. I can't actually sign in to make any comments, so.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know if there is anybody out there watching, or it's just us.
I don't know. Have you got the chat going?
Yeah. If there's anybody out there watching, please mention us in chat. Please introduce yourself. We won't bite.
Have you got the YouTube window open with you in your browser? You can see the chat, or if Will has got it open. I was assuming that the chat was in the right hand side where you and I see it. No, that's just the Hangout chat.
Ah, shit.
That's just people in the Google Hangout, which is people that we've invited.
I can see it says 3 watching.
Yeah.
Hello, 3 people watching.
But it says 3 watching, so.
I don't know what's going on with this. I just can't sign in. It tells me I've signed in, then I'm not signed in, so it's just screwed.
No, I can't seem to see a chat like you do when you do a live stream. You have the chat down the right hand side. It doesn't seem to do that.
Yeah, if you go to youtube.com/skipperted/ or whatever it is. Hang on. Hang on. It's your YouTube address.
YouTube Live.
It's youtube.com/user/skipperted/live.
Right, well, let's go there.
That's the one. I don't know why I can't sign in.
No.
I'll click on the.
It says the stream's off air.
Oh yeah, just click play.
No,
There is a live chat going on. There's a few people saying stuff, but
If you click play, but then
click
click on the. Have you got a picture of you in the middle of the screen, Ted?
No, it's got the tank in it.
Yeah, click on play in the middle of the video, and then it'll pop up a little picture of you. And then
right.
you have to click on it about 6 times. Because
I found them. Yeah.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Paul.
Turn
Hey,
the sound off. That's it. I found it.
Yay. So I have to apologize that I can't join into the chat because I can't log in because YouTube is just being...
Right, so if I pop out that chat...
Yes.
Right, I could... God, this is confusing.
I know, I don't...
Chat.
You think YouTube and Google being the same company, I could sign in quite easily, but it's just not letting me actually sign into YouTube.
Right.
which is
Yeah.
us.
Right. Right. Hello. Well, yeah, we've found out we've got Phil, we've got Paul Stewart, we've got Chris Walters, and Models by Will.
How do we?
Yeah.
How do I view that in the Hangouts? I can see it in the YouTube.
You
but I
can't.
see it.
Yeah,
can't?
I think
Okay.
The chat in the Hangout is just the Hangout chat, which is only participants in the
Ah,
Hangout. So theoretically, people could join us in the Hangout if they knew the URL, but they don't.
Yeah, you can only get into the chat, the Hangout by invite,
Yep.
but you can chat because we're live. And I apologise to people that do that, but we would like to invite you all in, but there's not enough room because you can only have some. I think you can pay some monies to Google or YouTube. I think you pay some money and you can have more people in, but we're all too tight for that. I will pass the hat around later.
Well, the only thing with the Google Hangout is the more people you have in, it's watching video chat, so it'll just crawl. You can't have people in just doing text chat in Google Hangout, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's because you're streaming it through YouTube, so.
So,
But it's cool.
Yeah.
Can we ask the audience what it looks like when they're watching it? Is it choppy? Is it smooth?
Yeah,
Is it cool?
yeah. Chris, all the way over there in the US of A, what's the broadcast like? Is it stop and starting, or is it streaming quite well, or is it buffering?
Hey, look, Skipper Ted's in the chat. Hi, Skip.
Yeah. I should have had a shave tonight. I should.
Scruffy bugger. Dude, look at me. I've got much more than you.
As I say, I can put my eyeliner in.
By the way, Ted, is it doing the changing camera, or are you controlling who's on screen at anyone?
No, it's changing as you speak.
Oh, cool. That's all right then.
Yeah. Paul Stewart said it's smooth as a baby's bum.
I saw that.
However smooth a baby's bum is.
This is good because when I've tried to do this, it's always been choppy and horrible. So maybe if we ever do like Treehouse live streams, we'll have to do it through your setup, Ted.
Yeah, well, I'm quite happy to host. God, don't I look? Yeah. So,
Well, I'm not surprised because it'll be on your YouTube then. So hooray! Bonus.
anything for the free advertising?
Yeah. You are quite welcome to advertise on my site if you wish, Will. Models by Will, and Model Making Guru. See, I give you a mention. I will send the PayPal invoice later on.
Oh, damn it! I was hoping you forget that bit. But I know you're not VAT registered, so don't try and pull that one on me.
Right. So, where were we? Yeah. Oh, we've got six people viewing now. 3 of them are us. So the other three.
The other 3 are brilliant. So.
Right. I as usual on my live streams, I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about or what I'm going to talk about. So we will take questions. We will take stupid questions, as in what's the best tomato sauce? We've had that one.
That's not Heinz. You're wrong. It's not Heinz.
Can I ask a stupid question?
Carry on.
Are there any more secret awesome jobs that you haven't told us about, Ted? Apart from driving submarines and
secret jobs. I've had secret jobs in
They had one.
yeah.
building nuclear submarines and solving the world energy crisis and running CERN and all these jobs we don't know about.
And we welcome the Orc Boys, but jobs within secret jobs, but unfortunately they have to remain secret because I signed a little bit of paper under the fear of death before
the OSA.
Maybe one day over a beer or a coffee in that Tesco that we went to last time, I'll tell you all about them.
That little cake I had in Tesco was quite pleasant.
Yeah. When we meet at Telford next time, and TK brings the Stroop waffles, we could discuss secret jobs over Stroop waffles.
Oh, do you know what? I've just realised I haven't booked tickets for Telford next year, but I haven't even booked a hotel yet. And somebody was telling me that hotel next door to it is completely fully booked. I'm kind of hoping I can book a room at the last minute because I don't know if I'll have money, you see. So
right. Well, what you can do, the hotel I'm going to, you can book it now, but you don't pay for it until you leave.
Well, what I was hoping was to get the one next door because then I don't have to A, drive anywhere, or B, get lost
Yeah.
driving anywhere.
Yeah, well,
Do
this,
your hotels? Yeah, sorry, guys. Do you like for that event you guys talking? Did the hotels pump their prices up for that?
I don't think so because the hotel that I'm talking about is right next door to the convention center, so that's most of their trade is business and conventions.
Well, the reason I asked is
exhibition
because,
centre.
like you guys know, I was meant to be going to the concert tonight, but we cancelled. But the hotels all around Auckland, around the stadium, they're normally like about $100 for a night, and they pump their prices up to like $700 just for one night.
yeah,
That's like
And then
£14,
as soon as the
isn't it?
concert's over, they're right back down to like $100 a night. I mean, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
wondering if that was just a Kiwi thing or if it's,
no, it's a worldwide thing. Everybody does it.
I don't know if the Telford, what is it? It's the Telford something Marriott or something. It's not the Marriott. It's not Swanky.
Yeah, there's a couple more or less just outside. There's a Premier Inn and there's a Marriott and there's a something else. There's a few of them, but I found one and it's literally 10 minutes away. It's as good a quality as, well, it's a standard quality as like a Premier Inn, and you don't have to pay for it until you leave. So you can put your name down,
And then run really fast on the last day.
yeah. And if you don't use the room, the TK's in. Shook.
Hey TK,
Hi TK.
can I answer? I feel compelled to answer Paul Stewart's question.
Go on then. Yeah, we'll cover our ears while you answer it.
I'll just say, although he did give me a
Where's he gone? Fox is
TK's being super secret. He's not supposed to be here.
right there. He's probably dipped. He's probably just told them, "I'll just go to the bathroom."
Let's go to the bathroom for an hour. That'll be the other TK.
You
Not
guys are lucky you got a show like the Telford one. We got nothing like that here. We have I think there's one model show here in Auckland, and it's just complete rubbish, and that's it. It's like there's nothing like what you guys get and what they get in America and stuff. It's like, oh man, moving country.
I don't think most of our. I think Telford's the only real model show we get. To be honest, I think most of the model shows we get are little farty local things.
Yeah,
yeah. ISM.
Yeah, I think most of them are like ISM sort of affiliated, but they're just held in church halls and community centres and such, so they're not as on a bigger scale. But Telford, people, obviously guys there from New Zealand and guys from America who just travel to the UK just for the sake of going to the show.
Well, I think it's one of the ISM do them worldwide, don't they? So that's why you get people from all over the place.
Well, we had one. Was it called IMPS or whatever it's called? We had one of them.
PMS.
We got them over here.
International Plastics.
Something like that, yeah.
Scale model.
Yeah, because we got them over here, but I mean, I looked at them and even then, okay. But they did like a show here in Auckland with competition and all that stuff, and it's the only time I can remember ever seeing one, and that was good to go along to, but it's like tiny and nothing compared to what you guys showed on the Telford ones. So.
TK's apparently making snacks in the kitchen, supposedly.
Making snacks, yeah.
He's making stroop waffles.
Yeah, be heating his stroop waffles up.
Yeah, there's not a lot of making involved with stroop waffles.
Did you see those sugary sticks that he showed us before?
Yeah. TK, was I correct in assuming that Stroop Soldatieren or whatever it was is Stroop soldiers? I tried to I didn't translate it for real. I just guessed. It was something like Stroop soldiers.
And now we have a picture of Fox actually at work, which looks like a Bandai sprue. That
is certainly a Bandai sprue. It's my Buster Gundam. I'm not planning to make this for months, but I need something to do on camera, so it's my HG Buster Gundam, which you can't see because of the lamp. Brilliant. So I figured I can't do anything on my little Kshatriya because I need to film that. So
Phil East asks us, have any of us...
I like that the Kshatriyas in New Zealand.
You like the what?
Sorry. I like that the Kshatriyas in New Zealand suit.
What, black and green?
You look at the marking on it.
That one?
NZ666.
Oh, yeah? Well, it's certainly not flightless.
When I first saw the kit, I was like, "Ooh, hello, it's New Zealand."
Hello.
Like, yeah, we're going to mention. Anytime
no.
New Zealand gets a mention
Auckland.
of light, it's like, yeah, New Zealand.
It's from Wellington. I can't think of a New Zealand place. Give me a place in New Zealand that's not.
We only got one
Christchurch.
place.
What, Christchurch?
Yeah, we've
We've
got a
only got
question
one.
coming in, folks. We've got have any of us ever used glow in the dark paint on a model?
Ooh, that's a good question. Somebody asked me about that once, actually.
I've seen it.
I don't.
No,
Did I see it? I saw someone doing it, using it, but I've not used it myself.
I've never used it. I thought it was just like a myth. I didn't think it actually glowed in the dark. I've seen glow in the dark models. I built a Frankenstein many years ago when I was a kid, but I've never seen glow in the dark paint.
I'm guessing it's just paint with luminous chisel in it. I don't quite know.
Unless it's radioactive paint.
There's a guy in
Yeah.
Australia. He's making his own paints. SMS paints, I think they're called. And he's got some. I think he's got some glow in the dark stuff, and it's stuff I can fairly easily get as well. So I might maybe I can get some over for a test, see what it's like. But
yeah, but if he's
the
Australian,
stuff I've seen people doing with it looks all right. So
but if he's Australian, that means it's actually made out of like toxic waste and spiders and things. So you probably don't want to get involved in that.
it's like kangaroo blood and
but the sort of thing that kills Superman.
Oh yeah, sort of thing that kills Superman or comes out the back of a nuclear sub.
there you go. TK says he used it on a really tiny Voyager many years ago, USS Voyager.
Yes, I
That's
was
from TK.
What was this? What? Oh yes.
The TK
Many
saying
years
he's
ago.
used it on a small Voyager. So
Cool. What was he making it all borged by any chance?
So Phil, who asked the question,
that would
originally,
work out well.
Phil said he's got some. Phil said he's clogged. It goes on like sand, but clogs his airbrush. It's probably all the pigments in it that's clogging it up. It's probably not meant to go through an airbrush unless you can thin it somehow. I
Maybe
don't know
better
what
to
it
be
is.
brushed on.
Or unless it's got lots of tiny reflective particles in it. I don't know why when I'm talking, I'm looking at the screen to reply to you, and you're on the other side of the room. I can just not look at the screen. Realize, yeah. Yeah, it might have little tiny reflective particles, maybe.
Yeah.
On a similar note, though, here's a follow-up question to that one. Have any of you guys, or has anybody tried using, in the old days, when you're making models for TV and film, and you were the BBC, so you spent 35p on a model, and you came out with like the thing from Blake 7 because they had a budget of like £5. They used to use a particular type of Scotch tape called, it wasn't Scotch Brite, but it was like a reflective tape. And what they do is they cut it into tiny squares, had little beads in it. They cut it into tiny squares and stick it where the windows are. And the way to light the model was you'd shine light on it and it would reflect the light back.
Yeah.
And I was looking at that the other day. I just wondered if anybody tried that.
Well, I've got some here.
Oh, hello.
But mine is in. If I get it out, it's in red, and it's in blue. Because I couldn't get it. You can get other colours. I don't know. Can you catch it?
Oh yeah. It's like
It's reflective. It's not. I know the stuff you were on about. It's beads. It was like Scotch tape. But
yeah,
this,
it's like a high vis tape, isn't it, or something?
yeah, this is even thinner than that. It's a vinyl. If I can get it off.
Vinyl, bro.
Yeah, that's it's really thin stuff.
Oh yeah.
And you can cut that. You get it in all colours, and you get it from well, you probably know, folks. You get it from car sign writers. It's just stuff that stick on cars.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that kind of stuff. I was looking into that because you know me and electrics, and we're like, Will can make a model and put lighting in it and be like, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. You show me a piece of wire, and I'm in cold sweats and I want to go away. So I'm thinking, I could get some of this tape and just slap it all over a model, and they just lit. What?
You're just going to you've just got to stand shining a torch at it all the time.
Yeah. Well, hey, when you're taking the photographs, it's fine. It's fine. It's when people come to look at it.
Yeah.
That's the annoying thing with lighting the kids. Actually, is trying to photograph it afterwards. Just because of course the camera just washes out the lights, and you can't get a decent image of it. And really trying to video it is even worse.
Why don't you try doing what they do when they actually film miniatures? And you could try this with the DS9, because I was thinking about this bizarrely the other day, actually, and I'm looking at the monitor. I don't know why. What they used to do was they do basically a matte pass, which is they take a photograph of the model as a silhouette. They do a beauty pass, a lighting pass, sorry, which is just all lighting off in the studio and just the lights of the model on. and then they take a photograph of the beauty pass, which is the model with the lights on, fully lit, with all the studio lights on, and then they composite all three together. So the map pass is
Yeah, the problem is when the lights of the model is on just by itself, it's like they're really blowing out.
Well, no, this is why they did it, because what they do is you take a photograph of the model with all the lights on, or you could take it with the lights off. So it's just turn all the room lights on so it's fully lit. You've got a photograph of the model. Then you take another photograph of all the lights in the room off, but just the lights. Make sure the room's dark, just the lights on the model. So what you get is the light, and then the area of the model it lights up, and then you composite the two together. So what you'd have to do is if you get the photograph of the model with no lights on, you superimpose. You'd have to make the background transparent, like black, whatever it was, in Photoshop, and then you superimpose the photograph of the lights over the photograph of the model, and that way you can change how bright they are. Does that make sense? I mean, to somebody that knows Photoshop,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
You said the bad word though, Photoshop.
Yeah,
I haven't got it. I've got a trial version of Photoshop Elements. I'm messing around with that because that's like way cheaper than Photoshop itself. So, but I still don't know how to use it.
TK's been busted.
Uh-oh.
Your ass is grass. Yeah, so I was thinking about that the other day. If you were going to do lit models, would be to do two separate photographs. So
yeah, because I still need to do a finished DS9 video and talk about how I did everything, because you want to know about the bass and stuff, and like that's what I was meant to be doing in the videos, is how I did the bass and everything. But I just, every time I video it, it's like I said, it's because of the lights on, it's like really fuzzy quality and just
well, if you're talking about videoing it, because that's just for still photographs, and the reason you would do like I did before with like the lighting photo, the beauty pass and the lighting pass, is because if you take a picture in normal lighting with all the lights on, you won't see the lights, and if you do it without the lights on, you won't see the model. So you combine two. If you're doing it on video, use the same technique. Do a photograph with all the room lights on, or do your video, but keep the camera locked in place. Don't move the camera around. Take a few seconds of video with all the lights on and none of the model lighting on, then turn all the lights off and do the same thing again. But you got Movavi, didn't you? Did you get Movavi?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, you can do chroma key in that. So what you do is make sure you've got when you do the one with just the model lights on, most of the background will be black. So when you go in, you put in your video of the thing with no lights on, so you can see the model. Then you overlay the video of just the model lights and make the black the chroma key layer, so it gets rid of all the black and you just have the lights. And they'll be because you've locked the camera in place. They'll be both perfectly lined up. Because chroma key,
might have to I have to give it a try, and then I'll probably have to have you on video chat so I can talk to you about how do I do this while I'm doing it. So
it's dead easy. Have you tried? Because you've done overlays, haven't you? Overlays in your.
I think I found it by accident.
Yeah, you just
trying to do something else. Like, no.
You just literally drag your video clip above the main video clip.
The main one, yeah.
Set it to cover so it covers the whole screen, and then chroma key is literally press a button and choose the color, and that's it done. I'll go through it with you.
So,
you can do it that way.
You reckon that will work for because you know how I've got the model and it comes on and with the music, so the lights coming on. That will work for that. I wouldn't have the sound going because copyright. But as the lights come on, I'd still be able to do the same thing, or would it only be for this lights on or off?
It wouldn't really
fully
matter.
On, fully off.
It wouldn't matter because the beauty shot of the model, which is just the model, would just be a static shot of the model, so it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't have the lights coming on that. And if your lighting shot is with where the lights are coming on, then if everything's dark around it and it's just the model lights, at first it'll just be black because there'll be no lighting, and then gradually lights will come on. But when you set the chroma key, so anything that's black, make that transparent. So as you watch the video, there'll be nothing on top at first in the overlay, and then when the lights come on, of course, they'll start to appear overlaid onto the non-lit model shot. It's kind of, it makes sense in my brain, but then again, that's my brain. I can see exactly how I'd do it. I don't know if it'd work. It'd be kind of awesome if it did.
I get the principle. I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Speaking of videos, I must get on with part 2 of the U-boat video, because I've got my paint. I've got something to show people now.
Yes.
So, yes, we can put some paint in.
Have you got more sections built yet, or?
I've got all the parts here in front of the bench in front of me for the torpedo room. Most of them are painted, so it's a matter of it all going together now. I need to do some dry brushing, painting some little bits, and most of it will come together and be finished in part 2. So we're ready to go. It's just about I've just been really slow in getting my paints from E-Models, but they're here now. And Orc Boys said he found himself buying his first Gundam yesterday.
Orc Boys, you're my best friend. You're my new best friend. Which Gundam was it? I need to know. I need to know.
Yeah, and you can see all the buildings of all the Gundams at modelmakingguru.com.
I need to actually kind of get back into traditional models at some point. I've got this transit van coming up for E-Models, which I need to start because these, it's been a couple of months and I've not done anything yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to do that, and I've got my big battleship Yamato at some point, which isn't a Gundam.
Well, what you could do if we get this live stream hangout off the air, we won't do it every week, but you could maybe bring the.
Hello.
Yeah, Will's internet's dropped out, so I'll be back with us.
Oh, right. I was going to say somebody's microwave's ready.
Yeah, so what you could do, you could bring it along if we have an E-Models hangout. Show it all on there.
Yeah, I mean the only thing I was trying to figure out today, and the real problem is if we're doing hangouts and stuff, is what to do on the hangout, because if it's something on a model kit, I'm usually filming that for a build. So things like doing sprues and stuff like this is fine because I wouldn't normally film that bit. So it's quite difficult to find something to, unless you're like Tony, where you can do like Helgen 3.5, we can do like 15 builds at once, because I don't know how he does that.
No, I've got a few on the go, but there's your answer. That's what he's got.
Gyara Zulu, good choice. HG Gyara Zulu. Remember that little green one I made about 2 months ago? That's what he's got. It's a sweet little HG kit. It's really nice. It's basically the one that looks like a German space soldier. Good choice there, the Orc Boys. Good choice. Are you going to do a full repaint, or are you going to do a quick build, or what are you going to do? Tell me everything. I need to know everything.
Yeah, you can see mine. Mine's just there.
That's your HGX here.
Well, welcome back, Will.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that. My internet dropped out. I was on Wi-Fi. And Wi-Fi dropped out. So now I'm plugged in.
Bloody Verizon.
Sorry about that. I missed everything that Fox said about how to awesomely film my Deep Space Nine model.
Brilliant.
You can watch it on the
That's brilliant advice.
Well, it's live, but for repeats you have to pay.
Oh, nah.
You can watch it on catch up.
Yeah.
What is nah?
Really annoying. It's like, oh, okay, and then no.
Well, we found out the Orc Boys has bought his first Gundam, and it's a Gyara Zulu, which is sweet.
I've got to get me one of those.
He's going to do a full beat. He's going to do a full repaint. Bit of a weird war mashup.
Ooh, I like that.
Could be interesting. Send us some pictures.
Yeah, because the Gyara Zulu, there's a few Gunpla like that. The Gyara Zulu that would look fantastic done up in World War II livery, because apart from the fact they have big German helmets, they look great as like some kind of futuristic space Nazi kind of thing. So that would be cool.
That's what I like about the Xeon suits. Most of them look really cool. Whereas compared to like the Earth Force, whatever they're called, suits, they're just like Granddaddy Gundam and stuff. But the neon stuff, they all look really cool. Like the Zaku and the Galgug and the Gyara Zulu and stuff.
I mean, I'm really tempted to one day get the RE100 Nightingale, because it's massive. But the one thing that puts me off is it's got what I can describe as a massive willy. If you look up HG, no, it's RE100. If you look at the Nightingale, it's just got this, like Gundams have that bit between the legs, like he's got one there. They've got this one is just massive. It's like I can't deal with it.
It's a really weird looking suit, that one.
Ted doesn't know what we're talking about. Should we hand this podcast, this stream back to the owner?
I'm looking at you blankly because I haven't a clue what you're on about.
If we lock Ted in a room with a load of Gunpla, he'd be a whole different man.
It'll come out looking like a tank.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So how far have you got so far then, Ted? You work on the torpedo room, weren't you?
Right. Yeah. It actually now you can actually see. Hang on. earphones out. You can actually see it. I'm not going to give it all away because I'll do that next week on eBay.
Don't give away all secrets.
Yeah, it actually goes together, sort of. It's not clipped together because it needs gluing at the moment. But
It's a big body kit.
Yeah, even this bit here is just the torpedo room, and sort of that's goes in like that, and just clipping it together just to give you an idea of the size of. Just
I was about to say it's looking kind of massive.
Yeah, that goes in that, and then that sits on top of there, and there's another bit to go under here yet. That's where these snazzy torpedoes sit. They sit in. Oh, it's just falling a bit. But yeah, that's just one section. That's the forward section. So there's another 1, 2, 3, 4. There's this much more to go yet.
Cheese and rice, Ted. Cheese and rice. Pretty huge.
Yeah. So and the torpedo tubes all slip together in these sort of things. So yeah, well, I shall be putting it together in part 2 of the U-boat build, and everybody can have a look.
I've got another question for you, Ted, as well. And it relates to boats. Have you ever done easy line rigging?
No, not easy line. Not
Right.
easy line. But I don't think it'd be any different to just doing it with cotton or elastic or anything. What do you plan to do? Are you doing it? Are you...
Well, I've done it once. I did it once on my U-boat. But the idea is you're supposed to be able to take, like, you've got a thing that sticks up on the model like that, and you basically touch the easy line to it with a bit of super glue, and it sticks.
Yeah.
I could never get that. There's the camera. There's the thing. You get a little dot of glue on the end and go, spoon, and it sticks to it. And I could never get it to work, but I had to wrap it round. But it does stick with the glue, and it's wonderful stuff. But I just wondered if you'd perfected the technique of sticking it, because that way you don't get it wrapped round masts. You get it just
No.
yeah. Never
I
perfected that.
What did it? Yeah, there's various. You could use tiny drills just to make a hole, and if you just make a small hole, not right the way through, but just enough just to hold some glue to make a reservoir of glue, and then you put your easy line into the glue.
Ooh, I like the sound of that, because I was thinking about putting some faux rigging on that space battleship Yamato. It doesn't actually have any, but I think it would look wicked with like fake steel cables all over it.
Yeah, I know what you meant. I saw you mention it in the video, thinking about doing some rigging and things like that. So,
because all spaceships need rigging, obviously.
Yeah, well, you could put flags on the rigging, anything like that.
Where they put their space sails.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's ways. The way it means. When you get to that stage, we'll discuss it.
Yes, I'll probably need to tip you for some advice on ships.
It's a long way off between now and when you get to the rigging stage on the spaceship Yamamoto.
I don't know though, because you only got like 30 odd parts, and it's not that hard, and it's not a complex paint job.
They look quite complex.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually not. It's how big is it? It's 666 millimeters, which is what, about 3 foot, 2.5 foot, 2 foot.
Yeah.
The older 1 to 500 scale has got like 1 million parts.
Yeah,
You've seen anyone build it up? It's like massive big boxes, 4 or 5 of them in one big huge box. And
no, that's the 1/350 scale.
Oh, 350, yeah, sorry.
But that's the one from the movie.
That's the same scale as what you got now. So.
Well, it's the one from the movie, which bizarrely turns out to be the same size as the 1/500 scale one I've got, because the one in the movie is quite small.
Yeah, so
I'm not
go for the cheaper 1/500 scale. So.
Yeah, I'd rather pay 80 quid than 500 quid.
Paul Stewart says you could spell out Fox in signal flags.
Oh yeah, in semaphore flags. Yeah. I could just
actually did that on
I could spell out for sale.
I did a similar thing on my Klingon Battlecruiser. I did. Excuse me. I downloaded a Klingon alphabet and spelt out my name on the model. So I seen Klingon on the model as my name. I thought that was quite.
How many days did you have to decide whether to do a swear word or not?
If anyone can translate it, then you're like, oh, sweet.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of Americans that can read it.
Used to fly insults on my model ships. So put them in signal flags, put insults in a signal flag, and only naval people would know it.
And they sit there going,
Yeah, that knowing wink.
yeah. I just can't. I'm just kind of gagging to get on with it now.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks battleship-ish.
Oh, TK says he might be able to join us in about 10 minutes.
Oh well,
Maybe.
She's probably thrown him out. Bugger off then.
I think his guests have left.
Yeah,
Goodbye, guests.
you've got to go now.
He's done what?
Or he's just sat and grumped at them all night until he's made them feel like they have to leave.
What really happened is the dog got to all the food and they've all gone, well, we might as well go now. Yeah, I can't wait to go.
Cunning plan. He let the dog get to all the food.
Yeah, well, that was implicit. That was between the lines. Oh, look, the dog ate all the food. Oops.
Oh no.
Oh,
Who knew?
Oh, new. Oh, new brew. Got a dilemma.
We got that burger place I mentioned in the podcast ages ago, Burger Field, the Kiwi one, and they got a special one out, and it's a fish and chips burger, but they spell it Fush and Chips.
Fush and Chips?
Yeah, FUSH. Yeah, CHUHUPS. I can't spell, but Fush and Chips.
Fush and, do you want
Fush
to
and
touch
Chips.
brew? You want to? Do they not do plankton?
Orc Boys
New
got a question from Orc Boys. Fox, did you see the Let's Build Gundam with Friends untested?
Yes,
Ooh,
I did. They did a. I can't remember if it was when they were doing premium subscriptions, so it might have been a premium only. But they built the Zeta Gundam, perfect grade. And I sat there and I cringed all the way through because A, it's not exactly my favourite Gundam. I'm like, oh, you could have done better than that. But it was just cringe. It was good fun to watch, but there's like 5 of them building it. There's like, there was Norm, Frank Ippolito, and a couple of other people I didn't know. And like, they're all doing different things. So Norm was doing all the wiring bits, and Frank Ippolito and some woman were doing de-spruing and de-nubbing. And like, Norm was trying to wire things into like the lighting into the wing, and he couldn't figure it out, so he just kind of gave up halfway through. And I'm like, oh god, you just put it away and send it to me. They didn't paint it; they just built it. It was fun to watch, but they could have chosen better than the whatever it was. Zeta Gundam, I think. I can't remember which one it was now. They could have chosen a better one.
Once again, it means nothing to me.
Wherever you go, Ted, I will bring Gundam with me. Never going to escape it.
Oh, welcome, TK.
Yay!
Yeah, well, we know it's live. Yes, it is live. You come and join us. Stay sober. Don't fall over.
What? TK, can you come on the video chat, or is it just text chat? Do you want us to send you an invite for the video Gefarten?
I'll send him one anyway.
You know this is live, right? Oh my god, there's a whole internet on there. Oh yes, the Orc Boy says it's premium only. It was a premium tested thing. It's worth watching because it is good fun, and it's good fun watching them work. But the number of times they call it a robot, oh god. And Norm knows his Gundams as well, sort of. But it was good fun. But yeah, I can't wait to get on with that Battleship Yamato. I finally managed to get the theme tune out of my head now. Just. Everyone's got quiet.
I'm just sending TK an invite. I'm not sure which email to send it him to.
It's the one that starts with I. I won't tell you what it is.
I or A?
I won't tell you what live online, but it's the one that sounds with I can't. That's the one. Do you need me to post it in the chat? Not in the chat.
Yeah.
Hangout chat.
Yeah.
Doodle-doo-doo. Oh no, I've just posted TK's email address to the whole internet by accident. Oops.
Now they can all stalk him.
It was
Good job.
actually echo, I promise.
Yeah, good job there's nobody watching.
3-5.
Hey, we've got Anton here as well.
Have we?
Oh, welcome.
Just popped up.
Yay. I won't give you Ant's email address because I always give the wrong one. Actually, I'll post it anyway, but if you want it.
Yeah, we can post Tony's because everybody can send.
35 at geocities.com.
Yeah, Orc Boy's on my side. He's nearly finished a 1/16 scale Tiger. Good on you, pal. Radio controlled as well. Ooh, all them wires. Fox, all them
Wait, what?
wires in
I
everybody.
missed all that. Start again. What? I was reading a thing. Sorry.
Orc Boys is nearly finished his 1/16 scaled King Tiger in radio control.
Oh yeah.
Not
Ooh.
only is a huge tank, it's also got lots of wires and things in it.
I actually, I'll tell you a little story, which is how I got back into modelling after many years away. Where I used to work, working with my mate, we kind of sort of got to that age where he started going through his midlife crisis, and then so did I. You know, you get to like, I'm 40 odd now, but we both realised that we couldn't afford sports cars, and I didn't want a motorbike because I'd rather not be dead. But so we realised we can't afford sports cars, and he said, what I want to do is, as I can't get a sports car, I'll just get a really small scale remote controlled tank, possibly a World War II Tiger, or Jagd Panther. So we went to E-Models. First time I went to E-Models, we both went down there to go and kind of like allay our midlife crises. And he came out with a few small kits, and I came out with a few small kits, and then he kind of just gave up on it completely, and I was back into it then. So that's how I got back into model making after 10, 15 years away. Midlife crises, and I couldn't afford a sports car. But yes, he was looking at remote control tanks, and I was watching some videos of them. And the ones where, like, I think it's the Tamiya ones where they have like the cannon does a light up and it fires and it makes a noise and it recoils as well. It kind of goes like that. How cool is that?
Yeah. Well, you can actually buy cheaper ones now.
Ant says he's literally in his sick bed.
Sorry, Ant, I've sent you an email. I've sent you an invite. Just ignore it. We don't want. Can you catch the lurgy down the tubes?
It's steady now. There's a whole different channel for that.
You can get them that fire BB guns and have BB ball bearings and things like that. So yeah,
I can't imagine how that would possibly go horribly wrong. Here's a thing that will make Ted go all glassy eyed, but Will might appreciate this. I found out today why, you know, this little SD Gundam I'm making. You get little SD Gundams, but there's also, this is a BB Senshi kit, and I didn't know what BB Senshi meant, but apparently there's the range of these things that originally, when they were made, fired BB pellets, and that's why they're called BB Senshi. And I was like, only the Japanese could make little tiny Gundams that fired dangerous metal pellets. In contravention of all common sense.
That'd be cool, though.
Yeah.
Imagine kids everywhere having their eyes taken out by their BB Senshi Gundam.
Yeah. Imagine making something that size and having to build the thing inside that makes it work. But yeah, remote control tanks.
Oh, man.
I would quite like a big. I must admit, Ted, and I have to admit this. I would actually quite like to make a big ass tank like your big.
Well, did you see that? You saw that big 1/6 scale Sherman. That's
Sherman. Boring.
Yeah, but it was big. It would make an awesome radio control tank. But yeah.
The thing with me, and this is where I alienate a load of people, is if it's not German armor World War II, it's kind of boring. Yeah. If it's World War II and it's not German, it's kind of like
Oh yeah, I get where you're coming from there. Yeah.
Yeah. They're all the best designers, man.
Yeah.
They may have been evil, but damn, they were stylish. What are we doing with the comments? TK's ready for the invite. Did you?
Yeah, I did send him one. I'll resend it.
I think it might be time to start weathering the legs of the ATST before I bung the head on. Do it. Ted used the wrong email, I think.
Right. I'll send him the next one.
Did you use the one I put in the chat?
Yeah, where it's really bad.
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, TK, I gave him the email that we've used before, so have you changed your email address and not told us? Did you change all the locks and everything and taken all the furniture?
I shall try again. Paste it. Right, it's coming your way, TK. But then again, when I'm saying that it's coming your way, TK, he's 10 seconds behind us, isn't he?
Yeah, Paul says that's why he went with the M1A2 tank. It looks much more space age than most tanks. I'll give him that one. Actually, that's a quite good looking tank.
Yeah.
1A2.
Yeah. Although not as good as a Challenger.
Yeah. But it's just things like, compare like the German half track, World War II half track with the American half track. Germans win hand down. It just looks much better.
Yeah. The Germans the Germans look as though it's meant to go to war. The Americans look as though it's meant to deliver groceries.
Well, no offense to my own countrymen, but the American ones look like the English ones in a shed.
Right. I've sent all number of emails to TK in all sorts of.
Oh, TK, if it helps, by the way, there seems to be some different way that Google does it now. You have to be in your Gmail account, and then you have to wait for a thing to pop up. It doesn't send you an email, apparently. Something. But yeah, it's like when I was a kid. No, because when I was a kid in the 70s and 80s, growing up in the 70s, of course, World War II was the big thing. When we played outside, we didn't play cowboys and Indians. We played
Shooting commandos.
Yeah, it was all World War II shooting games when I was a kid. But making models of soldiers and figures, the German figures were always much more interesting because the uniforms were very dapper and swish.
Yeah, when you had the little model soldiers of the British and the German, and remember he had the Japanese. Nobody ever wanted to be the Japanese. You always wanted to be the Germans.
Well, when you were like a kid in the 70s, Japan wasn't part of the war. It was just Germans and English. Even the Americans were like, yeah, you're not really there.
Yeah.
And then we grew up and realised, actually, no, it's more cool with the Americans than the Germans.
Do I need to have video call ready and stuff because I have Hangouts already on the PC? How do we get in? You should just receive it. You should just receive an email.
If you just invite him from the Hangout, TK, go into your Gmail and wait in your Gmail, and you should get a little pop-up to come up.
Yeah, the email should just open with the invite.
I didn't get an email when you sent me one there, Ted. I just got a pop-up on the screen when I was in my Gmail page.
Right. Oh, right.
That's why I couldn't come back in because it didn't send me an email. So
he'll be with us soon, I'm sure.
Right.
Well, hold on to our 7 viewers. Paul and
how many we got?
Kit, 7.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. So the old boys are still. Everybody's still with us.
Yeah.
They're hanging in there.
The names for things as well.
There's like 6 views more than what I get on any of my videos.
Yeah, but Will, if you started wearing pants and stuff, you might get more views.
TK,
okay.
No, TK, it should come through. If you go into your Gmail on your PC, it should be an email there.
Yes, don't do it on your phone, TK. It'll look like ass, but
yeah, there should be an email. And
what boys are saying is King Tiger is 1/6, not 1/16.
It's 1/6.
Needs a bigger man cave.
1/6.
1/6. Yeah, you need a truck to take that to
Holy
the park.
moly!
That's as big as that Sherman. Well, it'd be bigger because it's a King Tiger. It's huge.
The York boys, you need to send Ted some photographs for his page so we can have a look at this and go, ha ha, when we see it.
Yeah, that's.
Well, Orc boys and Fox can get together and build a big man cave, and they can both build. You can build your Falcon, and you can build his tank.
Yeah, I'd be happy with a 1/6 scale man. I don't mind anything else. By the way, am I too loud by there, guys, or am I too quiet, or just checking?
No, you're fine.
Cool.
I have control. I have control of your microphone as well.
Ah, das ist richtig.
And everybody is fine. Everybody's
seriously a 1/6 scale King Tiger. It's not any else. It's a King Tiger, which is like the biggest tank ever made.
Yeah,
it's in the history of German World War II tanks.
That's a sort of model where you can build it in your man cave and then move into the model to make that your man cave.
Yeah, if the missus complains, just say, "Look, we'll put a coffee table in there. We can have guests in. We'll all go in the tank, and you can do other stuff." Holy crap! 1/6 scale.
I'll send you another. I'll send you another invite, TK. It's the one where you're rubbish at modelling, isn't it?
He's got pictures on Helgen's website.
Literally, TK. When you're in your Gmail on your PC, you'll either get a pop-up, or on the list on the left-hand side where it says all your invites to events, there should be one with the little green camera icon when you get the invite. That's the one you want to click on. One may get a little green camera icon next to it, but if not, you'll get a pop-up on the right-hand side that will say, "Oh, you've got an invite."
That's how I get it.
Yeah.
That's how I don't get any on the screen of an email or anything. So.
Yeah,
the old boy says that pictures are on Tony's website, but nobody ever looks at Tony's website. So I jest. In fact, he's had to redo.
When he goes to make complaints.
Yeah, he's had to redo the website actually. So.
Right, that's it. Sent again to TK. He's full of stroke waffles and beer and meat and things. And
TK says, yes, I get it on my private email, not on the rubbish one.
right,
Is the private email the one that...
right. I'll send him an email to that as well.
Okay, I've only got the one, which is his public declaration of modelling skill. Let's put it that way. Oh, God, 1/6 scale tank. Jeez.
Yes.
What?
We need to see it in action as well.
Who's the 1/6 scale tank by? Is it a Tamiya or is it? Because I know they do big ones, RC ones. The one that starts with yes,
It's got a 1/6 scale Panzer. Is that what you say? Panzer 4 as well.
God, he's got a lot of big shelf space.
Right. I've sent them TK. I've sent to both of your addresses that I have.
You do realise if it turns out at the end of it that Ted's just sending to the wrong email address, then this is never going to be left to lie. Ribbing him. Maybe like me stabbing myself. Yeah, so the Orc Boys, who's the kit by? I would guess and say it's going to be a Tamiya, isn't it? If it's an
Mark 1 tanks.
Mark 1.
Can't say I've heard of them.
No.
Ah.
It's coming in on my private email. You okay like that one?
TK, go send me an email to my private email. You get the it's confusing now.
This is like, send me an email to tell me you faxed me.
Yeah, I've sent you a fax. Maybe if I logged that one out, it used to work though.
Do you know, I used to work in an office where people would send you a fax to tell you they've sent you an email. It'd be like, oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, or they walk past your office. They walk past your office, pop the head in the door, and say, "I've sent you an email." Well, why can't you just
join the queue?
Why can't you effing tell me?
Yeah, our place is like, so there's only like a dozen people at my work, and yet, rather than get up get up and go and talk to someone, they'll just send you an email. It's like, I'll just go and
Oh, hello.
That's my phone again. Cliff sent a photo. Cliff. Who's Cliff? TK Models. Right. He's got an email from TK. I'll be with you in a moment, folks. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying earlier.
Mr. Fox, when you
Hello.
Nope.
You're going to ask me about snow speeder weathering, aren't you?
No, well, yes and no. I was going to ask you about brushing on your future. I haven't brushed it on before, and I tried it, tested it last night, and I'm not getting shiny. I'm getting set and finish.
With the pledge?
Yeah, well, not the pledge, that clear stuff, which is supposedly the same stuff.
Yeah, it depends how old it is.
1990.
That does look really old.
Yeah. Well, there's stuff at the hardware store that supposedly does the same as what the pledge does. So I'm heading there today to get some other stuff. So I might get a bottle of that and see how that works. Yeah. Maybe that might be a bit better to use. So.
I mean, brushing doesn't always give me a super glossy finish. Sometimes it's only the last day or two I've figured out how to do it with the airbrush, and it's like, but I mean that Kshetra I've got there, that's like 6 coats. You won't come out on camera, but it's like a mist coat and 2 thick coats, and then that's dried. Did the bits, and then did another mist coat and 2 more gloss coats, and that's come out slightly. It's not super shiny. You wouldn't say it's like, you wouldn't use a model car finish. But I tried dipping it.
Yeah, because when I was doing vehicles, they're saying that when I was reading about gloss coats,
TK is with us.
Yeah, super duper gloss coat. So.
Hey, we have a crazy Dutch man.
What did he do? Did he sit there not saying anything until the guest got up and left?
It finally worked. Yeah.
Right, making models. Yeah,
I just kicked them out. No. There's a pregnant girl in there, and she got nauseous. I needed to go home, so yeah.
Okay, we know what you're talking about. The viewers are like, next week when you Bob say.
Phone, sorry, my phone's exploding with messages and everything coming in now. Right.
You're on Grinder again, Ted.
No, I'm putting it on mute so it doesn't make noises and things anymore. Right.
Right. So sorry, what were you in the middle of asking me, Will?
Oh, it's just it's just that really about the brushing on the future, and you're getting a shiny coat with brushing it on, and I'm just getting more of a satin finish. But like you say, it's probably that the stuff I got is a bit old, so
Might be. I mean, I wasn't
maybe try
getting.
some new stuff.
I wasn't getting the super shiny coat. I was getting a decentish coat. Well, give it with
Yeah.
me.
But that's the thing. I don't even get I wouldn't even call it a decent shine on it. So
Yeah.
because I found that when I was spraying it when I was working on the Galgo, I wasn't getting a shiny finish on it. Well, not what I was expecting anyway. It was
What paint
more
are
like
you
a
going
fake.
over? What paint are you going over? Tamir or AK or Vallejo?
Well, on the Galgo it was Tamiya. On the Snowspeed it's Vallejo. So
Because I noticed when I was doing the Kshatriya, for some reason on some of the Tamiya paints, when you're brushing it over, it was just kind of going and absorbing into the paint, and it was staying matte. So I was like, okay, but it's had a day to dry. So
what I tested it on was just the just a straight one-shot primer, and getting the same sort of thing. It wasn't. I put another coat on, and it sort of just made it thicker, but still didn't increase the shine. So
yeah.
now maybe just try some newer stuff and see
I
what
mean,
it comes
try
up
give it a
with.
try with the airbrush, one mist coat, two thick coat. Go slowly. What happens?
Yeah,
Can you?
At least it's not making a shiny
just
model.
takes brain and stuff.
The one thing I was wondering the other day is
Just
if
take
I
the
was wanting
cleanup
to make a shiny model, could I coat it in pledge and then buff the pledge, like polish the pledge to make it super shiny? I wonder if that would work.
No,
Or would
apparently you can't.
is it too
Yeah,
soft?
apparently, once again, with doing the cars and stuff, and people saying the same thing. Like, if you put the Tamiya clear coat on, you can polish that out. With the future, you can't polish it at all. It just it ruins the shine. It takes the shine apparently. So.
Yeah, okay. Not that I'm going to make any shiny cars anytime soon.
Yeah, if you give me a minute, I'll find out. There's a product that David uses for polishing his cars. He sent me a message about it last night, and he polishes that, and it's glass. It's glass shine.
Well, that's actually what kind of I used to do for a living, so I can help you on that as well. But it's more because the thing is, like, we used to detail cars, and we'd use various, we machine polisher in various compounds, and that's over, clear coats on a car, which is the proper lacquer. So if you were to cover your model in U-Pol lacquer clear coat, which is what you use on the car, then you could machine polish that with anything. I'm assuming you can get on Dremels, you can get little fuzzy bits that go on the end, and you can bzzz and go over it. And you can use things like Maguire's polishing compound and other polishing compounds. But you could use that if you use like a U-Pol clear coat, but that's a big 5-litre tin of professional clear coat that you need a aspirator for.
Yeah, the stuff that David uses, he uses it's Zero Paints 2-pack clear coat system diamond finish.
Yeah, that's a proper,
Zero paint.
Yeah,
that's
Another one I can't get down here.
proper body shop lacquer clear coat. That I think. I mean, the thing with lacquer stuff is rock hard, and that's what they put on cars. Because what I didn't realize until recently was most modern cars are just acrylic paint, is water-based paint, which are matte, and then it's the clear coat on top. So most modern day cars are painted exactly the same as a model. It's just that the clear coat is rock hard.
yeah. Because if you remember nowadays, when we used to repair cars and fix rust holes and things like that, we didn't you put lacquer on them now, and we just put glossy paint on them and then polish that up.
Yeah, that's basically what if you're making a model car. The only thing is, it is quite, because it's designed for real cars, it is quite thick. So yeah, there's a trade-off.
Philly says he got told Wright's Silver Cream is good for polishing pledge. I'm probably thinking that Wright's Silver Cream is probably just something that'll do the same thing as toothpaste. Just polish out the minute scratches, but won't actually polish it.
If it's just like if it's a thick fluid with like a slight grain to it, then that's what it's doing. It's just I I mean, I'll have to try painting a piece up and glossing it and getting me a little Dremel with the fuzzy thing on the end, like Will was holding up, and see what happens. Probably it'll just be.
I got the Tamiya compound, so I can maybe give it a go.
Yeah.
Spray some finish on and give it a go on those.
Give it a whirl.
Because you got the 3 types, so you got the coarse, fine, and finish, and then see what it does. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're using a lacquer clear coat, then I can assume any professional automotive detailing products like Meguiar's polishing compounds, which we used to use, the D200, I think, is the pink one, which is the general medium compound, and then the finishing compound. I can't remember the numbers now. It's been like 2 years. And then there's the ultra fine finish one, which you do to buff it off afterwards, and that's where you get your proper glassy finish. 'Cause that's for getting swirls and things out of car paint. So
there's a product that I saw some guys. One of the guys I follow does that stuff. I can't remember what it was, but it was like two different compounds, and I can't remember what it was now. But they're saying they're getting an awesome shine out of that on the cars and stuff on the clear coat. So I'll have to look it up and see what it was.
Because I mean, typically
I think it was once again something I can't get in New Zealand.
I mean, typically when you're polishing a real car, it's usually you're using it's either a 2-stage where it's a cut and a finish, or it's a 3-stage where you've got like a strong cut, medium cut, and a finish. But it depends on the car and the paint. If it's a German car, it's made of rock. If it's a Japanese car, they basically colour it with a highlighter pen, so you've got to go really gently. So, wow, I'm going back into detailing now. But I barely had it when I was doing the job. So.
Although I do remember you posted a video when you're doing your detailing job, and you had some guy bringing an R2D2.
Oh yeah, we're at there's a place in Wales called Penguin Speed Shop, and they do hot rods. They make hot rods, and they do up classic American cars, and they do normal car stuff. But one of the guys there who was doing some stuff for them also like built his own R2D2 and built various props and things like that. So we had a fully functional R2D2 that it kind of trundled along and made all the noises and did stuff. And then I think on one of the things he built a little silly string sprayer, so it sprayed silly string out of a nozzle.
Oh,
It was just funny.
Well, Adam's on about building a Dalek next, isn't he? Well, he's on with building a Dalek. So
I think Adam and Brandon and Cy Pattinson's making one, I think, isn't he, as well? I think last time I spoke, wasn't he planning to build Thunderbirds 2 or something? Who's that? Cy?
I think it was.
Now, this is where I always get confused, because I follow so many different channels that I forget who is who. Is Cy Let's Make Models? Is that Carl? No.
Carl's making models. Carl's with us now, actually.
Hello, Carl. Wait, which one's Cy then? I always like to give people shout outs.
Oh, I can't remember. I'm like you, I follow so many of that.
I do apologise.
Yeah.
It's just that I follow so many different channels that I often forget which person does which channel.
They all merge into one, don't they?
Yeah, Cy's the one that does all the Zoids and stuff.
No, I'm thinking of the wrong person then. I'm mixing you up there. So
my deepest apologies, Cy, if I've forgotten. The guys from the treehouse will tell you, these guys will tell you, it's like, somebody will say, "Oh, I spoke to such and such." I'm like, "Is he from that channel?" No, the other one. What, this channel? No, the other channel. Which one? That one. No. Wait, which Tony are we talking about?
That's the one at GeoCities.
Yeah. So I know. Obviously, Ted is Enigma model making, and TK's scale models, and Will is Tiny Flightless Ink, and and Tony is just buds.com.
Buds, yeah. Yeah. Oh, right.
Can I point out I've actually taken about 4 parts off the sprue this evening?
Yeah, well, that was the plan with, I was saying to Will before, that was the plan with my eModels streams, that I would sort of supplement the build videos that go out sort of when I get around to making them. I would supplement them with a sort of like a weekly catch up of what we're going to build today then, and I don't get anything done.
No, I found that doing mine is even when I'm just thinking, right, I'll just have something to denub and sprue while I'm talking, just for apropos. Like I'm not making this kit for months, but I thought I'll have something to do. Yeah, I get like 4 parts done.
Well, at least you got something done.
He's not much. I think
I'm just finding it hard enough to be filming
This has
stuff and
been,
talking at the same time because
Yeah, I think about on TK's asked about finishing his beer. I don't think we need to be family friendly on this stream as it is at the moment because there's only 7 viewers and 4 of them are us.
Yeah,
Yay.
and it's Ted's channel anyway. It's not E-Model's channel.
But then again, I had
Well,
this sitting on my bench for a week. It's just blind Gunpla feet.
Ted's like, oh god, it's gone back to Gunpla again.
Not Gunpla, right? You're going. I'm gonna mute.
I missed most of this because
I have control. I can mute anybody's microphone.
I had to cut cheese and sausage and tame a dog and bring beer to my guests. And,
You do know what cutting the cheese is a simile for, you don't you, TK?
yeah, but I didn't mean that. Although I do love that.
There were no cushions, were there?
Not this time. I was supposed to be civilized, and I tried. So
Yeah.
yay for me.
You were very well behaved.
Decently enough.
Did the dog get the snacks?
Yeah.
I like what the viewers don't know is TK sent us a photograph of like a plate with some food on it, and then like 300 feet away was his dog staring at the plate with round eyes.
But she tends to randomly go walk someplace ever closer to food, and it's like, I'm now within an inch. I'm just sitting here, absorbing all the molecules.
I'm eating it through my nose very slowly.
And then when no
my
one's
dog's the
watching-
same. Every time the dog walks past the cat's bowls, it's like he gets ever so slightly closer the next time he walks past it until he's like, oh, I can just grab a little mouthful of that. And yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming
No one will notice me grabbing this.
Ted gets that from the chicken.
Once again, I come into the workshop tonight and it's full of feathers. I have to clean up for half an hour before I can get in to do some modelling. She's molting, so there's hardly any feathers left on her.
Honestly, Ted, you shouldn't have taught her how to open
Doesn't
doors. It
even
was
leave
a bad
anybody.
idea. Have you actually given that chicken a name?
As long
yet?
as she left you a couple of eggs on the bench, would be fine, wouldn't it?
Yeah, she has got a name. She's model making chicken.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you ever, like Will was saying, do you ever find an egg on the workbench?
Oh yeah, I found one. I found one in the chair. She used to sit in the chair. She used to nest in the chair, and there was an egg on the chair, so I've had one there.
You've got in the habit of checking the chair before you sit down.
Did you notice it before you sat down?
So fresh eggs, nice warm eggs, straight in a pan. Can't get them fresher than that. So,
I should point out as well that, we were saying you get nothing done when you're trying to do a live stream. It actually took me 10 minutes to find a part on a sprue earlier on. And there's only three sprues.
and the colour coded.
Yeah, as well. Yeah. There's like 3 parts for the head, and it took me 15 minutes to get it all off the sprue.
Well, at least you're not like me when you cut all the parts off the sprue and then threw them out and then realise that, hang on, that little part that I need, oh crap, it's in the bin.
Well, I do that. I do that
Yeah,
kind
I
of.
did a couple of times.
I do that kind of OCD thing of like when I've got the last part off a sprue, because I've got a little bin bag right next to my workbench where I put all my rubbish. And I'll sit there and I'll go, right, let me just look at the sprue. And I'll go like this and I'll be like, is there anything on the sprue? No. Throw it away. And then I'll be like, oh, no, wait. Oh.
No,
Yeah.
I have to check the sprue at least 4 times before I put it in the trash bag.
Yeah, I started doing that and I caught myself out the same thing. You got over it twice. I was like, there's nothing on there. So you can go a few times. Oh, hang on, is it? Yeah.
I never
that's
throw any sprues out before I
always
finish the
keep
model.
sprues
Just
to
put
me.
it back in the box. No one heard that.
What was that?
You put the sprues back in the box.
Yeah. Before I finish a model, I throw every sprue back in the box just in case I miss something.
Well, the thing is, I used to do that, but then I found the freedom of throwing the sprue away there, and then he's like, wow, this is brilliant.
And then you miss parts.
Yeah.
Then things start to suck big time.
And then it's just Sad Factory.
Yeah, sad trumpet and stuff
Sad
like
Trumpet.
that.
Hey, Fox, do you keep any of your the Gundam boxes with the because of the awesome box art that they have on them? Do you keep any of them, or do you buff them all out?
No, I've got enough space. I keep ones where I've
What
not
on-
finished the model because they live in the box until I finish them. But
Yeah,
I have to tell you, there is.
because what I'm thinking of doing is sorry.
Go on. No, you finish.
Oh, I was just saying what I'm thinking of doing is just cutting the top of the box off and laminating it and using it as a poster because the box art on these things is awesome.
Well, I've got to tell you, the one thing I miss about the old Master Grade kits up to about, I think they were up to about 2006 or 2007. Let me see if I can turn the camera around. If I can whizzulate my camera across, if I can. Let me see if I can whiz it up. That.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
On the old Master Grade kits, you used to get a cardboard insert, which was just
Yeah,
it's just an insert that comes
got
with
the same one.
It's just an insert that comes. They
I
don't.
think
They don't do it anymore, sadly, but they used to do it. You get like a card insert that was.
I think I've only got this. Only one I've got. I think all the other ones I've got are newer kits that don't have it.
Yeah, they don't do it anymore, and it's a shame, really, because it was kind of cool. I'm just adjusting my camera now. I can't get it back in the same place. They don't do it anymore, which is a bit of a shame.
Oh, I got something cool. I got a gift.
Oh,
You see that?
Viva France! No, wait.
is it upside down?
Yeah, because we're in distress. Oh no, wait, we're not America. It was supposed to be visible on the stream, but my camera hasn't got a wide angle that way. Just
My camera barely has an angle. Yeah, so I don't keep the boxes, and I have to tell you, one of the most satisfying things in model making you can ever do, especially when it's a kit that you started off wanting to make, and by the end of it you want to burn it, like a Revell kit or something, it's almost a ritual for me now. When it's taken me a long time to finish a kit, and I've got to the point of boarded easily. There's nothing better than going outside to the bin, the wheelie bin, and ripping the crap out of that box and putting it in the cardboard bin. It's just closure to the finishing of a kit. Rip, bin, done. That's it now. So when I built my second Revell U-boat, I got so much pleasure out of ripping up the box and throwing it away.
With the model still in it.
I painted my face blue and ran across the street going, freedom!
I've just got a few sprues to get through, so
oh shit!
Yeah, that's one box. That's one of the boxes.
one box.
One of the boxes.
There's two boxes. There's some more over here. 3 boxes.
Jeez. I have to ask you, Ted. Do they kind of designate their sprues sensibly so that you don't have to go hunting through 16 different boxes to get the part?
No, they don't. I found that in the Panzer that they had, I think, 4 boxes, and the sprues were just randomly boxed in any box. So you had to, if you wanted sprue Z, you had to go hunting for it.
Yeah.
But, so I think I've got them sort of arranged at the moment. So, but as soon as you find a sprue, you doesn't go back where you've got it from.
There's nothing worse.
So Carl says he just bought a Revell kit. AH-64, not Star Wars.
What's an AH-64?
It's an AH-64. Reminders. Probably.
Or somebody Google it. I'm nowhere near my computer. Well, I am, but I'm just dead lazy. Let's be honest.
I built this. One sprue.
The Apache.
Oh.
An Apache helicopter.
Oh, right. Is that Apache? Yeah. Ted, you will be buried in my nubs by the time I've cut them all out. Yeah, attack copter. Yeah, an Apache. I think you're right. Well, it is a helicopter. Apache.
GK, what's that Corsair kit?
Yeah, Metal Earth.
Oh, everybody seems to have started making these Metal Earth kits all of a sudden. Where they sprung up from?
I got them.
Here's my chuckle.
I got a gift. I got it as a gift. So
Oh, yeah.
it's pretty neat though.
I'd never heard of them, and all of a sudden everybody started making them.
Went together better than the Metal Earth Enterprise.
Cool.
I've actually seen those Metal Earth kits in sort of like souvenir shops rather than model shops. I don't know why. Maybe...
Local stationery shop had some Star Wars ones, and I missed out on getting them. And I was like, oh man.
This
I
is
went
the
back, they all
Enterprise
sold out.
one. It really sucks. It's
Oh no! Wait, YouTube. Sorry. Oh, oops.
I think I've actually seen that one in Waterstones. That kit, a Metal Earth kit in Waterstones. Why?
Okay.
Why I don't know.
Why? It's random. Oh, I'll tell you what I ordered. I ordered something today.
Oh, another drunken eBay purchase.
It's something I needed. I actually ordered some Uniposca paint pens. They're, you know, like you get Sharpies and stuff.
Oh yeah.
They're basically like using a Sharpie, but they're like very high quality water-based paint, and you get them from fine tips to big fat tips. And I used to know a guy who had all these like little sort of vinyl figures that come just in one color, and then some guy, his business is to paint these up in funky designs. And he had a few of these that were painted, and they were beautifully painted and dead smooth and no brush marks. I was like, how's he done that? All these intricate designs, hand painted. He went, oh, we use these Uniposca pens. So I've ordered a load of those to do that bear guy, you know, the Metal Gear bear guy, in the hope that they're supposed to be very opaque, so you get a nice flat smooth finish. So I've ordered a set of those. Just thought I'd tell you.
Speaking of opaque paint, has anybody seen that new stuff, that trans something from MIG?
Oh, the Transpirator.
Transpirator.
Has anybody actually figured out what the hell you're supposed to do with it? What it does?
I was just going to ask the same question. What does it do?
I watched all these videos and it didn't really tell you anything. And then I watched another video which kind of explained it, and then I instantly forgot. So I think what it does is it means you can take a paint, and if I remember rightly, it's something like, instead of thinning it to get a clear, like you'll take, say, I don't know, red paint, and if you thin it, you can get a translucent coat of it, but you're also making a wash. I think what it does is it reduces the volume of pigment, so it thins it without making the paint thinner, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but
paint.
why? Where would you use it?
If you want to do, say, a filter. I would guess. If you want to do a filter, but you have a paint color but not a filter color, and you don't just want to thin the paint. I don't know. It's one of those products I think I kind of get it, but I don't know why you'd need it.
I would probably think it's something, if you knew what it did, you'd probably use it.
It makes
sense.
Yeah.
You know what it was before you bought it.
But it was classic. It was classic Mig Jimenez that you watched his videos and came away with no clear idea of what you just seen. You're like, brilliant. You didn't really explain what it did, but okay.
It sounds like deodorant.
That's me and every single one of the weathering products I've been buying, because I have no idea how to use any of them. I'm just like, okay, I'll buy that and that and that and that.
Well, the thing I like about the Mig videos is that he has these his videos are quite good and they're quite nice and fun to watch, but they always miss out at least one or two crucial steps in the process, and you go, yeah, but I kind of get it, but you haven't told me this bit or that bit. Like, I watched the one about the chipping fluid. It's like, right, now I know how to use your chipping fluid, apart from how long to leave it.
Yeah, that's the question everybody asks.
Important. Yes, I kind of forgot to mention that bit, and I don't know.
Yeah. So I think Mig leaves everything as a bit of an enigma. He just puts things out there, and you have to subscribe to his channel to find out how to use them.
I must admit, most of the times I've found out how to use some of his stuff by watching his videos. It's been when he's been doing like a live demonstration on camera, like a model show, and he's right, and he's actually doing it. And you go, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Now I get it.
So are you still in touch with Mig? Are they still sending?
Yeah, they sent me those oil brushes.
Right.
I still send them the videos. Those things. I still send them the videos. And I mailed them about a month back and said, hey, I can't use oil paints on the Zaku because they're not yours anymore. Can I try some of the oil brushes? So she sent me some. I still send them the links and stuff, but the first few they posted up on their Facebook page, I don't really think they do anything with them now. I think they just like, I'm just giving them the free name drop, I think, because they don't seem to post up the link anywhere. So, but I don't mind.
Yeah,
I'm making it for me. So
yeah, sending you free stuff. So well, sending you stuff. So yeah.
But my new contact there, because sadly it used to be Ellie that I used to mail. Obviously not anymore, but yeah, Sarah, I think her name is. She's really nice. They're all dead friendly.
Yeah.
And they're always happy to send me stuff. I say, hey, I need 400 tubes of paint. Can you send them to me for a reason? Yeah, there you go. Thanks. Not really. But yeah, they're really nice. They're nice people.
Oh, cool. Right. Well, no.
Hey, question for everyone, the viewers, and you lot assembled. The TIE Fighter wing panel, because like I said, I've done it in just the black primer, but I'm considering doing a light dry brushing over it. What do you guys reckon? Yes or no?
I can't really quite make it out. Will, is it see-through? It's like a mesh.
No, it's meant to be. I think it's meant to be like a solar panel or something. Yeah, so it's just a solid piece.
So
But it's not. I don't think it's meant to be reflective in any way. But it just looks boring as just a flat black.
Ted,
yeah.
I don't know.
Ted, as a man, you're supposed to know what a TIE Fighter wing looks like by law.
Sorry, I don't do Star Wars. The last sci-fi thing I watched was Captain Kirk in Star Trek.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Well, it is a solar array, so
Yeah.
if it's got embossed detail on it, you could try dry brushing it with some. I'd go for grey.
That's what I was thinking. It's just a really light dry brush.
Yeah,
The other thing I was looking is
yeah. I wouldn't do it too light. I would just go one step above. Just near the black and just touch it up with that.
The question is whether you want to, because I know traditionally, even when they're lightly weathered, the solar panels are often just nice semi-gloss black, and not particularly.
yeah, that's what I
weathered.
mean. There's sort of nothing really gets done with them. So I mean, with the rest of the ship, you're just going to get a wash and all that stuff. But
Yeah.
the panels itself, I just wasn't too sure. I was sort of umming and ahhing as to whether I was going to do anything with it or not. The other thing I was thinking is because I used the Vallejo model color, metal color, sorry, on the Snowspeed, and that's a gunmetal one. And I was thinking of using maybe the dark iron on those panels just to, more to bring out the detail that's on it, because there's awesome detail on them. Get a bundle of it, of course.
I'd be tempted to have them as a black with a satin finish, and then like a really intensely subtle dry brush, just like the faintest dry brush you can possibly imagine, just to pop out the edges.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of doing. Yeah,
But like,
just to
just
change the tone,
really light.
I would say do it with oils, but get a color that's imperceptibly different to the black. So they're like microscopically different to the black. So it's so subtle you wouldn't notice it.
German grey should work really lightly.
Yeah. Like literally, it'd be like black with one dot of white added, like ever so slightly different. And done literally with no paint on the brush. So it's Have you moved to New Zealand, TK? Is that what it is?
What?
New Zealand's like an earthquake going on.
I think he needs to finish that room with the carpet.
The big plastic absorbing carpet. Yeah, I'd make it the most subtle dry brush you can possibly imagine, like literally. Just because.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. Yeah,
But you
got old boys saying don't brush up with dark grey oil. So
What did I use on my pool?
yeah, I tend to agree with the Orc Boys. Dark grey because it will only be ever so slightly different to the black.
yeah, because I don't want to change the color too much. I just want to bring out the detail on it. Yeah.
I mean, just give it a try. It can worth doing it. But I mean, for the base color, I'd just say normal flat black with. You could pledge over.
Yeah, or even if it's flat black now, you could just dry brush it in gloss. still in black, but in gloss. So
Oh, just to pick out the edges.
Yeah.
Oh, good idea.
Yeah, that's just a primer on there, so I'm not going to put any kind of base coat over it. But
You can
Because
leave it as that.
that primer's awesome.
I would say, I'd
So-
reckon, right? Give it. You've got the black primer. Give it airbrush some pledge over it, but do your mist coat and then one medium coat of pledge, and that should give you a satin finish. Airbrushing it, obviously.
Yeah,
That'll give you
yeah.
a satin, which would be not too shiny, but not matte. And then do your dry brush over the top, but really, really the subtlest dry brush you can imagine.
yeah, you won't see it as you do it, but once you've finished it and it becomes a whole thing, then it'll become clean what you've done.
Yeah, I would actually
Yeah.
say, what I would probably say is get all the other painting and weathering done first. And
Yeah,
once you've got the main body painted and weathered however you want it, you can then make adjustments. You might only
That's the beauty of these fighting kits. So you can everything gets built up. You know, subsections. So you can just leave the wings, like you say, to last and have everything else done. Weathered and-
just get it all together. So once you can see how far you've gone with the weathering on the hull, then
Yeah.
When,
because your weathering might be so subtle on the hull that you're like, you know what, there's no point in weathering the rest of it. I'll keep the wings black because
Because being a TIE fighter too, the Imperial ships are always like clean and pristine. They went really well to use like the Rebel ships. Whereas he,
about 10 minutes.
when I did my TIE Fighter, my Revell TIE Fighter repaint, I used the very slightest bit of exhaust manifold for dry brushing.
Ooh,
It's a slightly coppery color.
yeah, it's like a
It just catches the light. You don't see it when you dry brush it on, but when you tilt the piece in the light, you just get the same thing with solar panels. They're black until you tilt them, and they catch the light. They start to get color. That's what I did.
yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yes, it's like it's looking straight on. It's black, but as soon as it catches the light, it changes color. But yeah,
But I
Which is why I
really
thought
tried
it-
to brush out.
metallic, but
Can you get
yeah.
oh no, I was going to say, I was going to ask if you can get rub and buff paints over there, because there's one called charcoal, but it's not actually rub and buff paint, so my whole point is invalid.
Yeah, we probably can't. I've never seen them anywhere, so I had never heard of them until you guys talked about them, a few weeks back. So I'm guessing we can't get them here.
Ooh. I need to thank the Orc Boys for his comment about the Patreon thing. I can't respond on the comments, unfortunately, and I don't want to talk about it on here. But thanks for that, Orc Boys. Your comment is noted and appreciated. Thank you.
Oh, well done, no.
So
Hope you
Will.
enjoy the after hours as much as we do.
is it
We will do
focused?
it soon. It's just at the moment we're all pushed for time and this is what to talk about. Although I'm quite surprised that we've had more conversation in this little live on the spur of the moment thing than anything we try and do in a podcast. When we sit there going, what should we talk about? I don't know.
Well, you see, you've got the viewers, you've got the guys in the chat throwing the questions in at us, and it puts us on the spot. But we do our best to, if not answer it, but muddle through and change the subject.
Somebody's rattling, somebody's shaking something.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
don't
it's
call me coffee.
Will. It's this one. Can you read that?
Metal collar. Is
It's
that
not focusing on my screen. So what colour is that?
It's exhaust manifold 77723 by Vallejo.
Is that like
That's about it.
it's like a dark grey smoky colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Metallic-y colour.
Oh, I might have an example. Yeah, I do. My unfinished TIE Fighter X-wing, very dusty. Yeah, the lights crap. Wait, can I adjust this one without breaking my room?
Room broken.
Nah, doesn't show. I think
Where is it?
it's on my Facebook. The color, the picture that I took of.
Ding! Round one.
Ding, ding, ding.
Hey Ted, it's a flashback to the Wheel Tappers and Shunters Club. That.
Order in the room. Order in the room.
Oh, it's a very good lad. These days now. Give him a round of applause. My dad used to work on that.
What is it?
No, there's a picture on my Facebook. So
Facebook.com/.
Something.
Model
TK model making thing. I don't know.
with the dot and the comma and the apostrophe and stuff. Who's monitoring the comments, by the way? Anybody?
I'm watching
Oh,
them.
Oh, cool.
Cheers.
We've been splattering on some oil brushes.
We were up to 10 viewers a moment ago, but we've frightened 2 more off.
Carl had to leave us.
Yeah, Carl's gone. Paul Stewart, cheers. We've been splattering on some oil brushes over the legs for the last few minutes. Right, yeah, he's still on with his. He said it was earlier with a Gundam.
How are you finding them, Paul? Have you
No,
used yours yet, Ted?
Have I built what?
Have you used your oil brushes yet?
I haven't. I only got them today.
Okay, I've not used mine yet.
But
I had a cunning plan though, because I was thinking you can't really do it. I'm guessing you can't do a gunk wash with them because they're too thin.
yeah,
But you could add some white and black oil paint in equal amounts to thicken it without darkening it. I think, unless you can buy completely clear oil paint just for thickening oil paint.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure artists must do it somehow,
Hmm.
just to thin their oils on the canvas.
I was thinking-
But that's what Starship Filth, the tube of Starship Filth's for.
Yeah, I know, but I can't use Starship Filth in my Zaku build because it's not an ammo binding, which is a bit of a bugger.
Is it? No, it's not. Is it? It can't.
No, I don't know what happened with it. I think probably it was it's no longer part of his product line. That's why they can't. That's why it's no longer called Starship Filth. It's called Smoke because Mig Jimenez probably still has the rights to the name Starship Filth, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. What was I going to do? I was going to try and do some painting, but
You good luck with that. Listen, I've spent 10 minutes trying to find one piece on 3 sprues. So
yeah, I've got all this paint up here. I can't think what colour I'm looking for, but never mind. Right, what next?
I'll tell you what, I tried finding out today as well. And if you've got anywhere, Ted, that you know of, please do tell me. Anywhere in the UK that does not very expensive custom decals.
Apart from doing it myself,
I know I might have to get some decal paper, I think, and give it a try.
the only issue is white. It's just making white decals.
Yeah, I mean, well, 'cause I was looking at
White.
I realised for that bear guy I've got to do a decal for the shoulder patch, and it's black and white. But one guy said what you can do is if you get yourself white decal paper, say you've got a black and white design, you print out the design, and then next to it you print out an outline of the design, and then you as a decal. So you put the decal of the outline on the model, paint that white, and stay within the line, and then put the other decal over the top.
More difficult.
Because a lot of people say paint the white bits first and stick the decal on, but how do you know where to paint the white bits? Well, you do an outline of the decal as a first decal and put that on the model first, and then when you paint over that decal, you've got a line to work with and stick a decal on top. And I can see the logic in that.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of work though.
Yeah, but it's cheaper than buying an Alps printer that don't exist anymore.
The only place that I could think is try some of your local printers. Some of them may have a decal printer.
Probably not.
Or-
I mean, that might just be the same case of getting the decal paper yourself and taking it to them on the laser printer, maybe. But my friend Busby's got an inkjet printer, and I can get some inkjet white decal paper and try that. I
Yeah.
suppose.
The only other thing, what I did on that warship, I wanted some white decals for the hull numbers. I just got them made in vinyl, the really thin vinyl. Excuse me.
That's
The
the
only, thing, the only thing is painting it,
yeah.
because you're not going to get paint to stick to the vinyl.
Well, you'd have to put them on as like you wouldn't want to paint over them.
I just thought about weathering them.
Yeah, I've seen it. Well, I mean, you cover them in a clear coat first, I suppose.
Hmm.
But the decal I'm going to need is a shoulder patch.
Yeah.
And that's going to be like black and white. So I'm like, so I'll try and figure it out. I was just looking today, and I found about 3 places. One I've used before, and I wouldn't use again. I won't mention any names. And the other 3 were like, their websites were so bad, as in, we do decals. Are you going to tell me about it? No, we'll just give you some really bad links that don't work. Okay, so I'm not going to bother then. And the one place I found that had a reasonable price, he said, you must submit it as an Illustrator file. I'm like, brilliant. I've got Photoshop. That's not happening.
Yeah.
So never mind. I'll get some decal paper, I guess.
Yeah, try it. Yeah, if you've got some friend that'll lend you a super duper printer, then
Yeah, it's only one arm patch. It doesn't have to be the best thing in the world. I don't know if you, because I know with your scratch building shenanigans, if you try doing.
No, that's something I've never really come across or needed. Or if I've needed them, I've avoided it. Done something else. So I'm just going to try some dry brushing.
Oh God! Don't try anything creative, Ted. You will just not get it done. It'll just go wrong.
Yeah, the weathering. As Paul Stewart says, the weathering hides the clumsy bits. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you think, sometimes you get the lucky accidents.
Paul Stewart says he does find them quite efficient for smearing into all the corners, the oil brushes.
Yeah.
The weathering hides all the clumsy bits for me. Yes, that's the same for all of us, Paul. That's why I don't do clean models. Because, yeah, if you've got a clean, shiny model, you can see all the mistakes. If you've got a weathered model, I'm the best modeler in the world.
Yeah. So how do you shake old paints? You know, the ones that have been sat on a shelf for years with all the pigments.
How do you shake them?
Yeah, how do you get the pigments all up without getting a really tired arm?
He's one of them. Just one of my metal clay sculpting things. Or dental tools. You just get it in and you rummage around in the bottom of the pot. You really give it a good stir. Or
in a dripper bottle.
Hmm?
In the dripper bottles like Vallejo and Ammo and
you can pop the top off.
Yeah.
Well, the Ammo ones you can pop off.
I throw a ball bearing in with them.
Do you know what's better than a ball bearing?
Uh,
A stainless steel nut, because it's got sharp edges.
But you still be shaking for a long time.
You need to get something metal in there to rummage around. First of all, just to dislodge all the stuff from the bottom. And then get yourself a few little stainless steel nuts, and that can be because then that'll stop it settling then in the future.
Yeah, I got the glass balls. I probably can't find it, but
just
I have one of these, the clamps.
Yeah.
And I attached it to a saw for my, I don't know what it's called in English, but the saw just does like this all the time. And it shakes my paint in 2 minutes.
My mum's just giving me that. Thanks, Mum.
Like a saw like this, It just goes.
I'm wired up. I can't move.
Nobody saw that.
No, say again.
So like a saw like this.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it's called in English. And I attached this
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Oh,
Yeah, with the
Oh, I get it.
yeah. Well,
with the
It makes a hell of a noise, but
shakes
my
the
paint's shaking in 2 minutes.
Adam would be proud. That's redneck engineering right there.
I don't see my.
Yes, for that water going somewhere. Yeah, you chuck it in a little clamp and then stick it in your jigsaw and
I don't see my
off you go.
thingamajig I built, but I basically blunted the saw and then with a hose clamp, screw that on. Oops, one of these. Even drilled a hole in that for the dripper bottle top to get out.
Okay. Cool.
When I find it, I'll show you.
Yeah.
If I may have an idea where I left it. Well,
I mean, most dripper bottles, you can pop the little top bit off.
It's a bit cloudy.
Yes. Thank you. Oh.
Thanks, Mum.
Will just said thanks, man. Just brought me some water. Special northern cloudy water. I don't quite know why. I should be nervous, but I don't care.
Corporation Pop.
Corporation Pop. She also brought me a toffee crisp.
Oh, they're getting spoiled.
I know. Yeah, but at the moment I've also on my desk anyway. I've also got a Yorkie. You also got one of them
Fudge,
licorice
Mr. Fudge around.
Can't find the thing I was looking for.
TK, I've discovered I've mastered the art of opening that pack of licorice things without actually making myself die of foot smell.
Oh, you did?
Basically, arm's length and don't breathe. Take one out and seal the packet back as quickly as you can.
Use it.
Tin. Oh god, I can smell it from here.
That was it. Job done.
The whole internet's just gone all stinky now. Thanks.
Yeah, it stank anyway.
Mum was in the bathroom and she just said, "What's that smell?" She said, "Who farted?"
But that could have been only one who farted. It was Heinrich! Yeah! Oh.
The Orc Boy says one of the paint stirrers that works off a battery. You know, like the little.
No, I've seen that. I haven't seen dedicated paint stirrers, but I've seen people using those milk stirrers. That are like a little whisk on the end.
Oh. But I just get one of my little. I suppose they're almost like dental tools and just rummage around and then. The one thing I would say if you're putting anything metal in your bottle of paint is to make sure it's stainless steel. Because I do know someone that got a load of ball bearings and put them into their paint. What they didn't think was they were iron ball bearings. So within about 6 months, all their paint had rust in it.
Yeah.
So make sure they're stainless steel.
I'm really bummed I can't find my redneck thingamajig.
You know why? It's because you've reorganised, haven't you? So you don't know where anything is. This is why men shouldn't tidy up, because things just get lost.
Well, since I moved up here,
It's all gone wrong.
Everything's gone.
You know why? It's because Mrs. TK's nicked it all for her craft room.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's also seen a backside because you drove the guests off. She was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once anything goes into Mrs. TK's craft room, good luck ever getting it back.
I'll get it back.
Yeah, it's like saying you're going to.
Yeah, by that I mean I'm buying a new one.
Yeah, that's more like it. Can I have it back? No. Well, what I meant was, can I have the money to buy it? No. Okay, I'll buy it myself, thanks.
Yeah.
What would you like for Christmas, darling? Well, can I have all the things that you took from my workshop?
Yeah. It's amazing.
I'm not buying them again.
You can never find anything, but as soon as you go and buy it, it turns up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the way?
I shared that Star Wars pixel art book, didn't I? With the stickers.
Oh.
Don't know if you saw it on in our special internet place.
What, the super secret treehouse club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just basically a book full of vinyl stickers.
Okay.
And Mrs. TK really likes BB-8, and there's a BB-8 pixel thing in there. So the book's downstairs.
Yeah, you never see it again.
And so my tweezers and my scalpel.
Yeah.
I should have a scalpel around here somewhere. Oh,
You really need to. You're gonna have to end up with like his and hers craft supplies, aren't you?
Well, my oils are down there. Several of my brushes are down there. My pastels are down there.
Can I ask you a serious question? You know, when you built your man cave, did you make that supreme tactical decision and put a lock on the door?
You know the veto thing we had a lot of fun about?
Oh yeah.
Now you know why.
So there's no door at all then, basically.
No, there's a door. It can even close, but there's no lock.
It's got biometric sensors that only work to Mrs. TK's fingerprints.
Yeah,
Can I go in my room, please? Go on, then. I'll let you in.
and out.
Yeah. Can I come out? No, you can stay in there.
But you really have to go for a wee. Stay in there. Yeah. That's my life now.
Oh, the Orc Boy says, don't put stainless steel in Vallejo varnish. His reacting coloured it slightly.
What I could suggest is that you do get different grades of stainless steel.
Yeah, if you go to B&M and buy stainless steel from there, it'd be rubbish.
Yeah.
In my Vallejo, I use glass.
I actually saw someone once that put glass balls in their paints and they still got rust.
What?
I don't know, because I was watching them saying, look at this, I put a glass bead in there and I've got rust. How did that happen? I'm like, I don't know, you're clearly an idiot.
That's weird. I've been using these glass balls for years now. Glass balls.
So have my balls ever gone rusty then?
Hey. Good night.
Good night, Joe.
She heard that, she said, good night.
Well, tonight's live stream has gone a lot better than we expected.
It's been good fun. We've actually got more conversation than a normal live stream.
Yeah, I think that what we
We've
could...
never done a normal live stream.
No, I don't know, but maybe we could suggest that we, as a treehouse, could do a live stream in future and then sort of switch off and do the after hours one.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You mean just not do a pre-planned one because we never get any ideas?
Well, yeah, saves you editing as well because it's already gone out. Then.
Well, we need to try and experiment from my YouTube because, like I said, it was always crap when I tried it. So we'll give it a try and see what happens.
Yeah,
But I really like the beep. Try it again.
Oh
Try it again.
well, that would come with the after hours, wouldn't it?
That's true. That's true.
True. Yeah, true.
Oh,
Yeah, I need to get my bandwidth issues sorted by then. Because I'm having trouble now even.
No, it's been
I've been
alright.
saying to TK, it's like it seems that because you guys keep cutting out for me, but it seems like when it was just Fox and Ted, it was fine. As soon as TK jumped in, it's like it seems the more people that jump in, it seems to affect my bandwidth.
No, it's basically TK's.
And everyone cuts out. So I can hardly hear what people are saying half the time.
So what you're saying is it was fine till TK turned on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all TK's fault.
I'm at fault. My fault.
I don't know, it seems to be that the more people that jump in on it, it seems to affect the bandwidth. So I don't know why. I don't know enough about it to know why that would be. But
I don't know why that would happen.
I think you need a wider intertube. You've obviously got a small diameter intertube.
Does this thing work?
Dear. I know what you're going to do now. You've got until the 25th of April to use that. But then Google take it away because it's something fun. Obviously, you can't.
Yeah, so I have to use it now. Now, anyway, maybe it's because of incoming video quality. Will, you should be able to adjust that.
so what now?
Incoming video quality. Well, because this is a managed thing, I'm not sure you can edit it while live. But if all incoming video quality is at HD, then it keeps on eating on your bandwidth.
I mean, I keep getting some stop and start as well, but it's not the end of the world. It's fine.
Yeah, we could.
Yeah, mine gets really bad. Like when we do the podcast and we have, half a dozen of us, that's when I have to drop my bandwidth way down to
Yeah.
be able to even hear you guys talking. And still then, I miss half the stuff. I don't know about it until I watch back on the tubes.
Have you had the shouting with your internet company yet?
Yeah, they're no good.
Yeah.
You know.
The old boy says, "Get the hamsters to run faster." Will.
No, we should
Like
have a look
TK
at that.
says, like your upload and download speed was the same as mine, TK. So and you had no issues. So
You got double
That's
mine.
yeah, I mean, if there's no one on if the rest of New Zealand's asleep and there's no one online, it's brilliant. I don't know.
No, well,
Well, we'll do a troubleshooting thing offline someday.
Yeah, we need to get into that. Yeah.
There's probably something stuck in your tubes.
Ew.
Yeah, that's nasty.
I had a thought, we should do a video thing like this where we all just use puppets. Instead of actually being on camera.
Yeah, the puppet.
We should all get a Muppet of ourselves and then have like a Muppet version of us. Heinrich. Guten Tag, Heinrich. Guten Nacht.
Hello, for Motorbuzz Bill.
Oh, I haven't got one.
I haven't got a proper beard.
I ain't got no puppet.
Yeah, but you got a mini fox.
There is that. Well, oh yeah. I'm not
You
pointing. I'm holding the thing up to my screen as if that's the way the camera is. You.
oh, a mini fox.
Yeah, I need to do something like that.
I need to share this with you. This is what I got from my son.
A fart finger.
It's a keychain, and you can actually. I don't know if the sound's coming through, but
The level is reached.
I had to laugh so loud.
Yeah, I like that.
It's like, my dad made like this. Here, have a present.
Yeah, and you're like, son, you know me so well.
Yes. I am so proud right now.
Is there dust in this room and my eyes are watering? No, I'm not crying, you're crying.
The apprentice is becoming a master.
Oh, someone's peeling onions again. There's a question, actually, completely off topic, but can any of you guys peel onions without getting the streamy eyes?
Depends on the onion.
Because you see people on TV cutting onions like on cooking programs, and they just cut hundreds of onions up, and they never get the streamy eyes.
Yeah,
Or
when you
have
see
to
how
go off and-
fast.
You don't cut into the base.
I tried,
Don't cut into the base of the onion.
well, I tried that. I've tried slicing it dead fast into bits and then chopping it so you make little cubes, but it just
No.
never works.
The trick to cutting onions is a very, very sharp knife
Ah,
and
not a really crap knife then.
no, a very, very sharp knife and put your onion in the fridge the day before.
Oh, okay, because I run it under the tap sometimes, and that makes it a bit easier. I get the skin off
Yeah.
and then run it under the tap for a minute.
Yep, that works.
It doesn't actually. That's the downside. That's the point.
Keep it on, that's it.
Yeah.
I just had the window open when I cut in and let the breeze blow all the fumies away.
Yeah, that's probably an idea. Or do it outside. You live in New Zealand because you can do all your cooking outside anyway. Git.
Yeah.
You went to do all your cooking outside.
I grow my own onions.
Cool.
I can cool them and get the sharpest knife in the world. I'm still crying like a baby.
Yeah. It's even worse when you wear glasses though, because then you have to take your glasses off and you can't see.
Yeah.
And then your glasses steam up and then it's just
And
there.
then you rub your eyes with the onion finger. So.
Yeah. No, the worst one for that is when you prepare some really strong chilies and then forget and rub your eye.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
No. Or go for a wee.
I remember
Oh.
hearing somewhere that
I've done
I
that.
remember hearing something because people say you cry because of the fumes, but it was saying somewhere it's soaking into your skin, so that's making you cry anyway. So it's not the fumes; it's
No.
I don't know, the onion juice.
Yeah, it's the juice. When you cut an onion, it's the juice that splats up into the sky and goes all molecular, like with an airbrush.
Yeah, but apparently it absorbs into your skin, and that is affecting you as well. So it's not just the stuff getting in your eyes; it's actually going through the skin of your hands and stuff.
No, it's in
I
your.
don't know how true that is.
I had this with in school. It's your nose and parts of your eyes have absorbent pieces of sort of skin.
Membrane.
Membrane, yeah, and
Wow.
that's getting irritated, and that's why you cry.
Paul Stewart says use a full face respirator. But I already think that TK's got the ideal headset for that anyway.
I want. Paul Stewart says he wants a microwave for Scott's bonnet to defrost it. Never do that. Yeah, I can imagine that was probably the worst decision ever, Paul.
So, see, viewers, this is the things that we just ramble on about. We don't do any modelling at all.
Yeah.
We don't talk about any modelling, so we just ramble.
I'm thinking the treehouse from now on should just be no plan at all and just come on and ramble because we've actually done more tonight.
Well,
let's make our model. We occasionally talk about modeling.
Oh, I dropped a tiny piece on the carpet.
oh,
Fudge. Hang on. Oh, it's all gone wrong.
we hear the
It
carpet.
wouldn't mind, but it's a tiny dark coloured piece as well. God damn it.
We hear the carpet wants to crunch.
Oh, yeah, the carpet tiles, that's what makes it bad. They're not even thick. Hang on.
Let me help you. I'll give you a light.
Cheers, Dave. Right. Oh, I found it. Yay.
See?
It wouldn't be so bad apart from it's an HG kit and there's like 6 parts. So losing one part is kind of critical.
Do you notice, however, anybody notice that when you've got duplicate sprues, you've got 3 sprues of A, and you've got 1 sprue of B, you only ever lose the parts of part sprue B.
Yeah, you only ever lose the unique part.
Yeah. That's what
Especially when you've got a kit where you've got loads of redundancies.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Oh, it's nothing worse. Right, that's the torso. I'm doing quite well actually. I've got get a bit of wiggle on now actually. Doodle doodle do. What I'll do is I'll get all these de-sprued and then they'll go back in the bag in the box and then they'll be there for like the next 6 months. Oh, hello.
Oh, did you?
I did.
Wow.
It was a grown-up one and everything.
And you know what I could taste? Couscous.
Kiwi, Alan T. Kiwi question, Will. A Scotch bonnet, it's a small chili, a very powerful chili. Is it a Kelvin scale? The mark them on? What's the scale?
Scovilles.
Scovilles, yeah. It's ultra hot.
It's basically like a small.
Ooh.
It's a small packet of death. It's not far removed from a habanero, I think.
That's not hot.
Yeah, they're not the hottest
Yeah,
chilies.
In the scale, that's not hot.
Paul says, "Fox, you did it about time because I did my burp." Yay! I did the burp.
Scoville scale. That's,
Look, I got half a transformer done.
Oh, you said it. I'm not looking at the screen now. I'm holding my hand up to the screen, girlfriend. I'm wiggling my head. You can't see it.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
that looks-
imagine you do.
and is it just the best thing?
We have a
No, I
we have
fucked
a
up with
pizza place here
everything.
that do a. We have a pizza place here that every now and then they do a what do they call it? Pizza hot sauce roulette or something. They put the hottest and they put a couple of drops on one piece on the pizza, but you don't know which piece it is. So you
Oh, that's brutal.
Can I just say that Kiwi fast food sounds like the best fast food in the world?
oh hell yeah!
I mean,
The pizza place is called Hell's Pizza.
you have a burger called the Fat Bastard or whatever it was called, and you've got like.
Bastard, yeah.
I like the sound of pizza roulette. I'll have to remember that.
Yeah. When you come over to New Zealand, go to Hell's Pizza and see if they got pizza roulette on there.
Only thing is, no, my luck. I'd eat that slice first, and then we'll be able to eat the rest of the pizza. And I'd be like, "Oh, sad face." A mate of mine. Oh,
No, wrong one. Too bad.
Carl says Scotch bonnet, 100,000 to 350,000 Scoville units.
yeah.
Really hot.
We need some context though, because that might not be many Scoville. I know, like the most powerful ones is something like 5 million Scovilles. A mate of mine deep heated himself with ice cream, then went to eat chips. I was too busy laughing to help. Lol.
Yeah, I had a mate that done that at work. Because he does sports and stuff, and he had to put some deep heat on, and then didn't wash his hands quite well enough, and needed to go to the bathroom.
Oh, a very good friend of mine, Mike, who now lives in New Zealand, ironically. I've mentioned before. One night we were doing something. I think we were getting ready to go out, and for some reason, Mike decided it was critical that he open this tube of super glue, but he couldn't get the lid off because it had been used before. So what he did was, like when you get a tube of something and you put the lid in your teeth and turn the tube.
Oh,
So we did that, but obviously he got a mouthful of super glue. So I phoned my local hospital and said, "Yeah, I just need some advice. My friend's got well, basically he's an idiot, and he tried to open some super glue with his mouth, and you can imagine what happened. What should he do?" And the woman at the A&E department on the other end just said, "Well, basically tell him he's a dick. Tell him to basically just literally wash his mouth out with soapy water for about 10 minutes." Yeah, he was not happy. I said, "Don't open it with your mouth." He's, "I'll be fine." Oh, sad factory. Error. TK, we've lost your picture, dude.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's TK now. He's gone. You see, yeah, das ist nicht richtig.
Right.
I'll tell you what, because I've got the camera on my desk and I'm not concentrating on looking at the screen and everything else, I'm actually kind of more involved in the conversation than a normal podcast.
Yeah,
I'm finding it more easy to get into conversation without having to think about the conversation.
Yeah, that's how I find it on the live stream. You're concentrating on presenting more than concentrating on the conversation.
So maybe our live stream should be like not looking at the camera at all, and people would really hate that. We'd have to do something while we're doing it. Paul Stewart says, "My cousin's a paramedic. Some of the stories."
Yeah.
Carl says, "Tabasco 600 to 1200 Scovilles, brand green pepper sauce." Well, that's nothing. Obviously, that's just that's water.
Yeah,
16. RTX ultra potent analog of capsaicin is 16 billion. Or is that 1600 million? Wait, I'm doing a Donald Trump. I'm making up numbers. 1600 billion 1200.
Tabasco's 600 to 1200.
A jalapeno is about 5,000.
Jalapeno's 5,000. Scotch bonnet is 100,000.
RTX is
350.
Pepper spray and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Personnel pepper spray type stuff.
Yeah. That's where it comes from, isn't it? Pepper spray.
It's artificial kind of capsaicin.
Right.
You guys hear that? What's the name? Bill Gates is going to be the world's first trillionaire in a few years' time.
How does he make his money now, though? Because he's not doing Windows anymore. Well, shares, I suppose, isn't it?
He makes something like 3,000 a second.
He's probably still making a hand over fist off Microsoft, isn't he? So,
No, bound to be. He'd be getting money from that or something. Yeah. Yeah. By the time he's 86 or something, he'll be the world's first trillionaire.
God, Donald Trump will be furious.
Yeah. I liked your little phone call thing you posted this morning, Fox. It was quite amusing.
Oh, I found out later on they were from Conan Conan, the chat show host in the US, Conan O'Brien. They're from him. He's done loads of them, and it's always Donald Trump calling Obama. And whoever they've got to do Donald Trump and Obama, they sound perfect. And there's one where Donald Trump says he kind of phones Obama and he says, "Hey Barack, it's me, Donald." He says, "I need to talk to you, dad to dad." And he's like, Donald, and Obama's like, "Okay." And he says, "So with your daughters, like, how obviously one of them's more attractive than the other one. So how do you tell the one that's not as attractive that she's not the sexiest one?" So Obama just kind of goes, "Well, what I do is I get her a rose and I tell her she's really nice, but I'd prefer the other one." He goes, "Oh, right." And he, "Really?" And he goes, "No, Jesus Christ, no, it's not normal. That's not what I do."
I can imagine Obama's sort of been going around the White House like locking doors and moving things around, and
But at one point he says, "Hey, it's Barack, it's me, Donald." He says, "Oh, hi." He says, "You're on speakerphone. It's why it's really echoey." He says, "Right." He says, "Because I've got Kim Jong Un on the other line. I'm going to prank call him and do a really crap Asian accent." And Obama just puts the phone down.
That man's just setting himself up for some fun, isn't he? If only Spitting Image was around just now.
I'm actually having a whale of a time at the moment because I have no political opinion on it at all because I'm not American, but I'm having a whale of a time just watching the train wreck that is every day now. There's some kind of story, and it's like, oh God. And I started following the, you know, all these alt Twitter accounts that have come out, all the like ones that are like, there's theoretically all censorship on things like the Department of Parks and things like that. So they've set up alternative Twitter accounts where they actually reveal the true facts.
Right.
And they're not censored by, you know, they're not speaking as the official government. There's now one that's apparently, allegedly, it's called Rogue POTUS staff, and it's allegedly staff in the White House saying this is what's really actually happening.
Yeah.
So, and some of it, if they are real, some of it is just amazing. Just look up Rogue POTUS staff. It's terrifying and hilarious at the same time. But Donald now has nukes and the Secret Service. Yeah, but no. According to the Rogue POTUS staff Twitter account today, somebody had to shout at Trump and say, "You just, for the love of God, will you take one of the security briefings? You need to know this stuff." I don't know. It's fine. It'd be fine. Just did that rather boring. What?
Bathroom break.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Oh, you didn't take your microphone with you this time.
Oh, okay.
No, I've learned.
As this is a live stream, does anybody feel any more restricted?
No, no. I'm trying not to swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying. But I actually feel a lot freer than when we're doing a pre-recorded podcast. I have to admit.
I suppose you're also when you're doing a pre-recorded one, you're also thinking, yeah, I'll edit that bit out. I'll remember that. I'll take that bit out. I'll put some,
Yeah.
Whereas,
Part of my brain is thinking, of God, how much am I going to have to spend editing on this podcast? I've got 3 hours of editing to do. Whereas this, it's just live.
And as somebody else, myself, is hosting it, you don't have that to worry about either. Well, I'm not presenting anything. I'm just letting it flow as it normally flows.
Well, I mean, TK, you weren't there because you weren't here, but we were saying earlier on maybe about the Treehouse. What we might start doing, maybe, if I can get this to work from my end, is do the normal Treehouse podcast like this as a live stream on YouTube, so there's no editing, and then when we stop that, and then we go off and record the Treehouse after hours thing.
Yeah, then we can have a little bit of an audience and
you were here. Sorry,
questions in the chat and stuff like that.
Yeah, cool.
That would be cool.
I'm sure if it came from your side, Fox, because you've got lots more subscribers than any of us, we'll get a quicker audience.
But that way it'd be cool because then we can, all take turns hosting it, so you guys can get turns hosting it as well. Because you know what you're doing, Ted. So.
Yeah.
It's nice to share it out to all the channels, but that's offline conversation anyway. We'll have that in more detail offline, obviously.
Yeah.
No one needs to see how the sausage is made.
The secret ingredients.
Yeah,
as Carl says, that's what it seems to be relaxed and flowing, which, I'm quite happy with it.
Orc Boys agrees with us. Seems to flow better than a Treehouse. Yeah.
What was that?
The Orc Boys just commented that it seems to flow better than a Treehouse.
Yeah, yes, you should. Much more relaxed and flowing. Yeah, cool. I might do this then. Oh, he's got a fruit waffle. Oh, Jeff, do that on camera.
Oh, you go away, that man. Go away. Take it away.
He's got everyday access to those things. I have to go to the local garden centre. I'm going to the local garden centre tomorrow.
Tesco sell them.
The only place I know to get them.
Yeah. Our Tesco sell them.
There's a place 5 minutes down the road that sell them now.
And just think, Will, several weeks ago, you never even knew they existed, and now you realise they're just down the road.
And I was like, oh my God.
They're addictive.
So you can't get 90% of modelling products, but you can get straight waffle. There's always a silver lining.
But how are they 80 grams per 2? Because these are the huge ones.
Oh, size of that.
These are the big ones.
Oh, food porn.
Is there a competition? Are they like wagon wheels? Fox, I know what we're on about.
I know what you're on about.
Did they get smaller as you got older?
I'll tell you what, Ted. You know what? I have fond memories of a kid loving wagon wheels, and I tried one about 6 months ago. Blandest piece of crap I'd ever eaten. They just taste like cardboard.
That's the brand, Chico. It says it's a product of the Netherlands. I'm guessing, is it a proper brand? I don't know.
Yeah, it's too pixely for me to read.
Does that say Stroopy?
Stroopy. Yeah. Hang on, I'll turn my bandwidth back up. That's,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
how's that? Is that now?
I think that's the one they sell in Tesco,
Stroopy.
our local store.
Stroopy, let me find that.
That's like basically syrupy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stroopy.
Translates like that. The Lancaster Stroopies Company.
Lancaster being that Dutch town.
Yeah.
Just outside Preston.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just around the corner. Stroopy's Dutch Bakery, Lancaster, an American. Blah, blah,
Whenever it says Dutch bakery, you know it's
about.
because if it was Dutch.
Oh, it's also been founded by really Dutch names, McManus and Perryman.
Yeah, because the moment they say it's a Dutch bakery, you know it's not, because if it was a Dutch bakery, it would just be called a bakery.
Yeah. Expert Stroopy maker. Mary Myant. Yeah. Almost. No.
I've had these headsets on all morning.
I may have to toss a box of those into the sea, Will.
Put on your best Donald Trump voice and just shout fake.
Because, yeah, you know, maybe if you get lucky, we get a tsunami and you'll have them in about 16 years.
Carl says, Asda sell them as well, and you rest them on top of your coffee mug to warm them up like a lid. Yes, you do. They're very nice, you do, because they go all soggy and floppy, and they're like, oh.
Yeah, I rest mine on top of the coffee cup. Go in the kitchen, come back, and Skylar's had it.
All the chickens.
I go to the local market and get a freshly made one. Still warm, and both discs still slide.
Ted, can you mute his
Yeah,
microphone,
guy
please?
works from there. And he's doing the same thing when he goes back home and go to the market and get the fresh ones. Oh.
Fresh stuff.
I'm just giving you vacation goals, you know.
What I'm thinking of, TK, is that when you send me this parcel, I'm wondering what to send in return. I can't think of anything British, English that.
Pot noodles.
Pot noodles.
Good.
Well, there was this discussion about French mustard or English mustard.
English.
English.
Much nicer. French mustard's alright, it's just a bit boring and bland.
We got several varieties of Dutch mustard. We got French mustard, which I usually eat. I haven't a clue about English mustard.
English mustard's got a real kick to it.
Right, I'll send you some Coleman's English mustard.
Oh, yeah, Coleman's. Has to be Coleman's.
Yeah, okay. I'm game.
I could also send you some black pudding.
Yeah. Send him some Eccles cakes.
Eccles cakes, black pudding, and English mustard.
Black pudding, I think we have a similar thing.
Eccles cakes and potato cakes.
Haribo's.
Yeah, Spanish. There's classic Spanish English dish.
Harry Bowls.
Not hairy bowls. What?
Yeah, Marmite. Do you have Marmite?
Yeah, we can get that.
What's English?
A Greg's pie.
Haggis. I know it's not English, but British. Haggis.
Haggis.
You guys mentioned Marmite.
Why won't you eat a haggis?
You mentioned Marmite. When we had the big earthquake down in Christchurch a few years ago, the place where the Marmite was made was damaged in the earthquake. So we had a Marmite shortage here in New Zealand for like 2 or 3 years. And everyone just went nuts because they couldn't get Marmite. And half the people that went nuts for it didn't even like it anyway.
Do you know what you can't get in Australia? When we went to Australia, what we couldn't get was Heinz salad cream.
Really?
you could get mayonnaise, but nobody sold Heinz salad cream.
Yeah.
We even went into an expat's shop, that sold stuff for the Brits. No salad cream, no Heinz salad cream.
Weird.
Could-
But I've been to the UK a couple of times, so I've
Right, so haggis, Eccles cakes, English mustard. I'll have to think of something else yet.
You said black pudding, didn't you?
proper
But you get,
salt and vinegar crisps, because we
Salt
can't
and
get it.
Yep, salt and vinegar.
okay.
We can't get proper ones over here.
Walker's salt and vinegar crisps.
Ted, a packet of fish and chips crisps.
Yeah. I was going to say fish and chips from the chippy bank, but they'll be cold by the time you get there.
Oh yeah, chippy bag.
Yeah, and maybe a bit moldy.
No, they're quite nice when they're squashed and stuck to the paper.
I've got to tell you, Ted. What are they called? You know what? It's gone. I'll shut up.
Tin of sandwich bread. What's sandwich bread?
Sandwich spread.
Oh,
Tin of sandwich spread. Send him a tin of sandwich spread.
Is that the Heinz? Is that the Heinz stuff?
There's no way to explain sandwich spread that anyone would comprehend. Unfortunately, there's just no way to explain it.
It's like saving a feeling vomit.
Paul says frazzles. Branston pickle.
We may have the same thing, because let me try and.
Yeah, you see, a lot of these are in multinational companies, so they'll sell them all around the world. It's just we're trying to find something typically English.
Did you
send to Cheeky?
Did you put potato cakes down?
Titty cakes, titty waffles.
No, potato cake, not titty cakes. I've just spent 10 minutes looking for a part on this B runner and realised it's on the A runner.
Probably
Jesus.
not work. Damn it. Web address. HTTP. Do you work?
My brother lives in Memphis, Tennessee, and he was disgusted to find that pot noodles are like $5 in the expat shops.
Shipman's crab patty.
Yeah, maybe. Oh,
Crispy.
Ted, if you want the most traditional and boring of British foods, you know there is only one candidate for that.
Was.
Beef spread.
Oh yeah. Oh, the other one. What's that other one? The gentleman's relish.
Excuse you? I don't want to know about that. Thank you. This is family friendly.
Have you not tried the gentleman's relish? The anchovy faced.
Anchovies. I love anchovies.
Yeah, it comes in a little pot like shaving cream. You know where you get the brush and you put your soap and you have a shave. It comes in a little pot like that, and it's gentleman's relish.
Yeah, beef paste.
Beef
Is that not
paste.
the most boring thing ever? Beef paste sandwich. You've got to send some beef paste. TK, imagine all the goodness of beef, right? You know what beef tastes like, yeah?
Yeah.
The nicest thing in the world. Imagine getting beef and then removing basically all the flavour, replacing it with a flavour that's nothing to do with beef, and making it into a paste form that you can put in a sandwich. That's beef paste. It's the most boring food you can imagine ever made by the British. The English.
Yeah, and the English.
I really think we share a lot of products.
Yeah, probably.
We got similar stuff over here. The same with the Vocalops I sent you.
Yeah,
The
true.
sausage. Tasted the
Yeah, because
same.
that was basically the same as the ones we've got here.
Yeah.
I had a couple of those today, actually.
Yummy.
Put me tea.
I had I can't remember.
Paul, typically English, shame we can't send drizzle and disappointment.
Yeah. Bread and drip. Oh, yeah, send him a block of dripping, Ted. He can make some dripping butties.
Dripping. Yeah.
No, that's TK, that's proper 19th century English food.
When you used to come to Ulverston, do you ever remember a pub in Urswick called the General Burgoyne?
Do I ever? The General Burgoyne, it's one of the few pubs I do actually remember.
The General Burgoyne.
Do I need to correct you and say it's Gutossock?
Gutossock and Larlock. Gutossock and Larlock.
For those who don't know, in Cumbria, there's a place that's, if you read the name, it's Great Urswick, but it's pronounced Gutossock.
Gutossock.
Yeah, the General Burgoyne. That's the one with the skull in the cupboard.
That's one of the skull in the cupboard, and the years ago, probably when you went, there was a guy in there that used to sell pies and peas, and all he used to shout from behind the bar. It was only a 2-room pub. Pie and peas are lovely tonight. 50p for pie and peas. And then on a special night, when the farmers used to go in, he used to do bread and dripping. An open fire where he'd put a pot of dripping, and then you could help yourself on the bar to big wedges of bread just to dip in the dripping.
Oh, that sounds great.
So,
I find it vastly amusing that, like, for those who don't know, because obviously, which is basically everybody else in the world, Ted and I have known each other for only a few years, and we live, 100 miles apart. And but yet, I know through my life the kind of area where Ted lives, so I know loads of places that Ted knows, so we can share these memories of things like when he says the Chippy Bank. It's a chip shop in a town called Ulverston, the Lake District, and it's just the best chip shop in the world. You've never had scampi until you've been to the Chippy Bank and had their scampi. Man, scampi's good there.
I know Ulverston's where Stan Laurel was born, so he could connect.
Oh, yeah. The Laurel and Hardy Museum is at both the worst and the best thing in the world. Oh God, the General Burgoyne, I remember that. I remember they used to do like a French onion soup there that was really, really nice. Do you remember is the little ice cream stand still on Bardsea Beach?
Oh yeah,
side of the road.
Oh yeah, well, in the little cabin, yeah.
Yeah, between Bardsea and Ulverston.
Yeah, that's still there.
Ice cream.
Still there. 101 choices of ice cream.
And there's about 5 flavours. They do the nicest ice cream.
Yeah. Well, things have changed a little bit, but basically it's still the same.
I remember reading in the local paper once many years ago that there was a massive pollution problem in Morecambe Bay, which was entirely 100% down to the police station in Ulverston, because it was on the beach and they had 2 men there, 2 policemen in the police station, which is an old house, and the toilet just drained straight into the beach, into the bay, and that was 100% of Morecambe Bay's pollution problem, apparently. two slightly fat policemen pooping into the sea.
Just to interrupt, guys, Bulk Boys has had a damn good idea with because Paul was asking which one is first, Micro Set or Micro Soul, and Bulk Boys replies, right, a 1 on Set and a 2 on Soul, so you never forget which one is first.
Yep.
That's a very good idea.
That's exactly what I do, apart from I screwed it up and I put 2 on Micro Set and 1 on Micro Soul, but the blue one's first, the red one's second.
Yeah.
Do you know where I got that idea? I totally stole it from Tony.
I did that once. I got those years ago, before I even knew about YouTube.
Yeah. Am I the only person in the world that read the instructions on both those products and still didn't know how the flock to use them?
The instructions are the same.
I know. It's just like, this product is for making your decal do this. The other one says exactly the same. It's like, well, hang on, why are the 2 different products for the same? I don't. What?
I didn't use it, when I got back into the hobby. I didn't believe in those products, so I refused to use them. And
I've got mine. I've got to write it on it now.
then I came to my senses and use it. But I've been using nail polish remover.
Acetone.
Yeah. In very, very diluted quantities. Kind of does the same thing, but if you have a different brand decal than you used to, it's gone.
Yeah.
Same thing with the tornado when the decal got eaten by the airbrush cleaner.
Yeah. Well, when I was doing the decals on this Chatria the other day, I was using various different decals, and I was using Tony's method of not using water at all, but just using Microset to release the decal and Microsol to settle it down.
Yeah.
Which worked really well, apart from on Tamiya decals, because they just became brittle and fell apart. But Tamiya decals are some of the best decals out there. But cheap third-party Gunpla decals from like Haiku Parts, perfect. So go figure. Go figure.
Well, I've tried really, really old decals. Like my dad had a kit from when he was young, and he asked me to build it, and those decals were dried out. They were crinkly on the paper. Water.
So Airfix decals then.
No, monogram. I think.
God, they are. No, they're not that bad actually. I've actually got.
I don't know who printed them. I may be able to find out. One sec.
Hello. You went underwater. TK in his noisiest chair in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a hover chair.
No, there's no brand name on there, so I think Monogram printed them,
Okay.
and they're the same thickness as stickers. It doesn't register on camera, but
I have here in my stash, with a lot of dust on it, the Mobius. Where's the camera? Mobius Colonial 1 model kit, which I wanted for a long time, but the reason it's been sat in my stash for about 3 years now is the decals. Because knowing what Mobius decals are like, do I really want to put those blue stripes all the way down the side and round the little fiddly bits of the nose? I'm like, no. So it's even to the point now where I'm debating whether to do it, to give it away as a prize for something, because I'm never going to paint those by hand, but I don't want to use their decals because their decals are the worst in the world. They just fall apart.
Inflict the pain on somebody else.
But the other thing is, it's a gorgeous looking ship. It's the Colonial 1, man. I really wish somebody would do a bigger one. Look at that, look at that. It's just Colonial 1. I want to make it, but I'd have to paint it by hand. I like the fact the instruction sheet comes in kind of Battlestar Galactica shape with the corners cut off.
yeah, that's cool.
I wish somebody would make the two ships I want to make from Battlestar Galactica are the Colonial 1 and the remember the cruise liner ships where one of them was, they had to destroy it because they thought it might have been piloted by Cylons. It was like it looked like an airliner.
Oh,
Spaceship.
No, they're not that old.
What, BSG from like 2002?
No, I just found decals that predate 1988.
Wait, such a time existed?
Apparently.
Hang on, 1988, I was just about to leave school. So, yeah.
I found
I was starting my second job.
Yeah, but you're working in your first job for 20 years.
Still on the paper, but they probably never will come off anymore.
Yeah, maybe. I tried, I had the Laughing Sawfish decals from my U96 that I got from Accurate Model Parts. And I covered them in the Microsol, Microset, the blue one, to get them off the paper. Didn't come off. And then when it did come off, it came off and I realised, oh, they're not pre-cut. So by that point, I couldn't then trim the decal because it came off with like an inch square of film. And I'm like, I've just wasted that decal now. Arse.
I'm going to try one. I'm curious. This must be 1985, 1986, I think.
I've got a 1983 Enterprise A in the loft somewhere.
Because I remember this decal sheet. It's from an Apache I never finished and kind of blew up with fireworks. And then
who made the decal?
trash.
Who made the
It might be Artillery or Revell, because
See,
back in the day,
Italeri decals actually are pretty good. They're just a bit thick, but they're actually pretty good. And I hate to say it, I really hate to say this.
this is probably 1985. So.
Yeah, but although I hate to say this and I say it through gritted teeth, Revell's decals are some of the best decals out there.
Yeah, because they printed in Italy.
Because they're done by, whatchamacallit, What's that company that does all the cartographics, aren't they?
Cartograph, yeah. Cartograph.
Cartograph. Again, they're the little thick. I think Bandai's are the best. Closely followed by Tamiya. Followed by.
Edward.
Hmm?
But that's airplane, so I'm not sure if you're familiar with Edward.
Oh, Ted says you're going to have to leave soon.
Yeah.
Well, I'll probably head off at the same time. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it?
It's nearly midnight.
I've got to go.
Yeah,
I'm meant
well,
to be
it's
buying
midnight.
stuff for the bathroom. I'm getting this pink one for the missus.
Say again. Say again, Will.
I've got to go too because I'm meant to be buying stuff for the bathroom.
You're all excited.
Oops.
Were you supposed to be somewhere else, Will?
Ah,
Well, don't worry. Don't worry. Your secret's safe because it wasn't on the internet or anything, so nobody will know where you were.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
just know everything.
So what he's done, he's got up early, turned all the clocks back so that when she wakes up, she thinks, "Oh, it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. I'll stay for another couple of hours." Yeah.
Stick her on a,
It's
stick her
it's
on a,
1 in the afternoon over there.
stick her on a really fast plane to the UK, and it'll be night time. She'll be like, "Oh, I must have been shopping. I must have missed that. I've forgotten it."
.com it. Yeah. Order it online and get it delivered until you've been shopping.
Don't you remember? We went shopping and there was nothing there, and you didn't spend any money.
the shop's closed.
Which is like, now you're just giving alternative facts. It's just, you see what I did there? A little bit of politics. Well, I've done a lot of cutting tonight. I've got the arms, the torso, and the grabby arms and the waist done.
Well,
Granted, for an HT kit, that's like 20 parts, but
well, considering I was only coming on here for half an hour just to see how it works, 3 hours later,
yeah,
we're still going strong.
this is how we work, though. We always say, "Come on for half an hour." What time is it next week? Okay.
Right.
If Adam was on, we'd have been here for another 6 hours going on anyway. So, but Adam, YouTube's going to turn us off after 8 hours.
Right. Well, on that note, then, I think we'll call it a night. It's midnight here in the UK. It's probably 1 o'clock in the morning in the Netherlands, and it's probably some different day in New Zealand.
It's spring in New Zealand.
So it seems to have gone well. So we can do this on e-models sometime, and we can do it on the Treehouse as well.
I think going forward, I think if we limit it to about 4 people, we probably should be all right. Because I know, Will, you said you were struggling, but if it's tolerable just about, then it's come from this end okay. So, but
Well, TK can help me with my issues, then I might hopefully improve. But yeah.
I mean, if we try and stick to 3 or maybe 4 of us, it'd probably be all right. If we get like a whole 6 of us, it might break YouTube. So,
well, I think we've only ever had 6 of us, or the full set at one time, haven't we?
yeah,
So it's very rare that happens.
you can always alter it and just say we'll do like 4 slots and who wants to be in it, and then take it.
It's been emotional.
Emotional. You said the director.
Well, thank you very much for everybody that came along tonight, and thank you to all the rest of the Treehouse idiots that's come along and talked just general rubbish all night.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
what we excel at. Play to your strengths.
So why not? So it's been good having you all. So right, so it's good night from me, and it's good night from Fox.
Good night, all. Good night, all. Good night.
Good
I don't know
night.
what accent that was.
Good night from TK.
Night. Good night.
And good night from Will.
Night, everybody.
All right, my
Or morning.
And as Dave Allen used to say, may your God go with you. So good night, everyone.
And then rattle the ice cubes. Bye.
Bye.
Jabez.